Good evening. Hello, we're back. Hopefully you guys are ready. I'm really excited. Okay. I think some of y'all gonna be mad at me though. Yeah, you're gonna be mad. But let's get into this.
Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Alrighty. So I don't even know where to start with this situation because I went down a rabbit hole and I was just down there hanging out, for a few days. And then I got invested and then here we are. So I wanted to talk about this poly couple that's on your For You page, that's on everybody's For You page. It's like every time you get on TikTok, they're in the For You page. And it's just like, I said I was uninterested, yet it still keeps popping up in your For You page. So I decided to talk about this because a lot of you guys requested it. A lot of ladies requested it. And so let's go ahead and just get started. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this was definitely a circus. I mean, some of y'all should have prepared me because I didn't know we was going to see clowns and stuff. I don't know what I thought, but it became a mess. So first and foremost, because I have my notes here. So we have Shanice, she's 29, Sean, who's recently 30, and Olivia, who is 20. And we're just going to start with that. So they are a poly couple that is on TikTok that keeps going viral, thanks to you guys. And I have to be honest with you guys. Outrage pays. Okay? So the more you guys click on their lives, the more they get paid. It doesn't matter if you don't like them. It doesn't matter if you have these think pieces about them. All of that goes straight to their bank account. I just went viral on Twitter. They had me in a blender on Twitter. I mean, they was chopping me up, girl. They was chopping my ass up on Twitter. But I made a lot of money, though. So it got to a point where I was like, I can't even be mad for real. I mean, they wasn't even paying my bills. Like, they was paying for things that I wanted to do, like things I wanted to get done, extracurricular activities. So it's like, you know what? Keep chopping me up in that blender. Keep chopping me up. If we could do a part 2 or round 2, I'm cool with that too, because the money you make from outrage is incredible. So the more y'all stay outraged about this couple, please understand, regardless of if this situation is just a scam, Sean's a con artist, it don't matter. Okay? It does not matter. So y'all continue to keep watching the lives. They gonna continue to get paid. And by the looks of it, when it comes to outrage, they definitely making at least 20,000 plus a month. I'm gonna just put it out there. They definitely making. They got 1 million likes per video. They definitely making well over $20,000 a month on TikTok. And I gotta be real with you. For you to make money on TikTok, it ain't easy. That's all I'm gonna say. So for them to be at 20,000 K a month, it's believable. You want to know why? Because I just got dragged last week. I'm just being honest with you. So they definitely up there. So I just need to put that out there. If you're really sick of this couple, you can't stand Sean, you think he's grooming, you think he's abusive, stop watching. The more you watch, the more they get paid. The more that man can financially abuse these women. So let's go ahead and get into it. Don't be outraged and then don't do nothing about it. That don't make sense. If you outraged and you feel like the claims and the assumptions that you make about this couple on TikTok, if you want to do something about it, you would stop watching. Because you're not even paying their bills. You paying more than that. Okay, let's just start. So let me blow this up a little bit. So Shanice, she's to the right. She's in the white turtleneck. Sean is in the middle. And Olivia is right here. She's with the braids. Now again, Shanice, let me go back. Shanice is 29. Sean is 30. And Olivia is 20. So let's get into the introductions. Let's give them a chance, you guys. Let's get a little bit of a background regarding this couple. And we're just gonna go down the line. So first, I believe Shanice is gonna talk about how her and Sean met.
First question, how did you and Sean meet? In the club. I was in an environment that I didn't want to be in, with people that I didn't want to be with, people that I wasn't aligned with, and Sean snatched my phone out of my hand. I thought he was a photographer. That was honestly the most exciting part about that night. We went on our first date, and after our second date, I never went home because I was obsessed.
When I saw this, I was like, girl, you was obsessed off of that. That wasn't a red flag. But that's not even what I'm gonna point out, because what's her name? Paris Milan. Shout out to you, sis, because you gave me some tea too. I'm not even gonna take that angle, because that's the angle Paris Milan took. I'm gonna take a different angle. Girl, you didn't go home after the second night. So this was a sexually based created relationship. Got it. That's all I needed to know. This is a sex-based relationship. That's how it started off. She didn't go home after the second night. She said she was obsessed. Now, in my opinion, what is this man laying in that bedroom to where she felt like she couldn't go home after the second night? What kind of pipe he laying in that bed? And see, I tell women all the time, when men lay good pipe, it's because they don't have a job. They put all their energy into what go on in that bedroom to where you're so obsessed you can't leave. That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm just going off of what Shanice said. Shanice said after the second night, she couldn't leave. So he done put the demon D on you and you just couldn't go home. Interesting.
Go ahead. Real quick. She came here with a boyfriend. She did not cheat on him. She's a very ethical person. She never cheated on him. I know this wasn't a question. She never cheated on him.
Now, Olivia, she is the youngest out of the bunch. She's 20 years old. Now, her and Sean met on LinkedIn. I think that's kind of weird, but whatever. It works. Now, she's the girl with the braids. She's over here to the right. She's the girl with the braids. So when they met, she had a boyfriend. Now, there are rumors. This is a rumor. It is alleged that Sean was in contact with Olivia at the age of 17 years old. That is a rumor. I don't know if that's true, but that is out here in these streets that he was talking to this girl at 17. A lot of people say that she could have possibly been groomed. That is also alleged. It's a rumor. But let's continue because he's going to explain how they met a little bit and then also give game to the men, which I think is weird.
Right? Ever. She wouldn't even tell me how she felt when she had a boyfriend. But I also want to say this. If you're out there and you're dating a truly beautiful woman, I'm lucky enough to not only have one, but two extremely beautiful women. If you are dating a beautiful woman, dude, people are going to want her. And it's going to be like some high-level guys that shoot their shot. And that may seem super unfair, but the good thing about being a guy is you can control everything about your life, man. The only thing you can't control is your height. You can control the way you look, you can control the way you dress, you can control the money you make, you can control how you smell, you can control how good your sex, you can control every single dynamic except your height. You understand? So with that being said, I really want to emphasize, be the best you. That's why I tell people, dude, make at least $25,000 a month before you start dating as a guy. It's not even about the money. It's about the person you become along the way and the confidence and the competence that you have, the discipline, the drive, and the motivation. You understand? Look at me. I'm a funny looking guy, man. They're not with me because of my looks. She makes $20,000 a month. She is not with me because of money. She makes her own money. They're with me because when I speak, they feel like they can learn from me. My confidence, my courage, my ethics.
Girl, he laying that pipe. That's all. That's all. He talking about they make their own money. Okay. It ain't your leadership, sir. It's your manipulation and it's your D. This is pimping 101. I told y'all, I've seen more women in relationships being pimped and marriages being pimped than I've seen on street corners. That's just my opinion. Y'all know I grew up suburban and I'm like, damn, I'm like, isn't this what pimping is? Where you make money and you bring home your checks or you have your money direct deposit into a joint banking account, but you still don't have no say so over your finances and your financial stability. Ain't that what pimping is? But when you get the commitment and men dangle that ring in front of your face, you're supposed to get excited. You're supposed to be sold off of that. I'm not sold off of that because I know how pimping works. Pimping can happen anywhere, anytime, in any type of relationship. So he definitely pimping them, and he laying that pipe. They bringing him that check, and he cashing it. It's just that simple. This is pimping for sure. And then he's very insecure. He doesn't think that highly of himself. I believe leaders should think highly of themselves, but he doesn't seem to think that highly of himself. He doesn't. He seems to be like insecure, but arrogant. So like when he's arrogant, it's just an ego thing for him, but he's actually very, very insecure. He's very insecure about his nose. He's insecure about his facial features. And he's insecure about his height. He's very insecure about his height.
You understand? I just want to help people reach their potential. And if you're not trying to reach your potential, how are you going to help your queen reach her potential? So if you're out there dating a beautiful girl, get on your shit, man. Because somebody will come and take your girl and boss her up.
For me to be on deployment and our dynamic changing, definitely limited the communication, which made it a little bit harder for me to quite understand like what to expect when I got back. And it did take a little while for me to be like acclimated back into society.
Now I gotta stop her right there. This girl got cheated on because she was working. She works in, I believe, the army. She's in military. She works in the military, okay? So she was deployed, and this man decided to add Olivia to this imaginary relationship. Because I got to keep it real with you. That relationship wasn't real. It was sex-based. Sex-based relationships tend to not be real. Just being honest with you. Oh, she's in the Navy. Okay. So she was away because duty calls. She came back and he was in this fling with Olivia. And somehow she got bamboozled into getting in a relationship with this man. Now, I don't consider this a poly relationship. I don't. And the reason is because Shanice, she's bisexual. Olivia is not. Olivia is straight. So this manipulator in the middle named Sean decided to go out and start a new relationship with a second lady by the name of Olivia, who's straight. She's heterosexual. She's not into women at all because he is that insecure. And Shanice is just as insecure because she got sold off of that. She was like, okay. And you know what kills me about the people that tune in? You guys put Shanice on such a high pedestal. And I get what you're trying to do, right? You think that if you keep uplifting her, she's going to leave. Or you think by bashing Sean, she's going to leave. She's not. She's not. I repeat, she's not. Okay, Shanice is 29. She not leaving. You want to know why? She got cheated on, stayed. She lost friends, stayed. We're going to get into it. She lost friends, stayed. He got into a relationship with another woman who's straight. She's bisexual, stayed. She not going nowhere. So y'all putting all this energy into Shanice, and I just got to keep it real with you. She one of them girlfriends where you just going to have to pray from a distance. She going to have to learn the hard way. She going to have to figure it out for herself. Because the more y'all try to coddle this girl, thinking she going to leave, you're enabling the fact that she's in this relationship with this man. She ain't going nowhere. If you think for a sec that Shanice is going to leave this relationship with Olivia standing next to her man, because you know how she be like, that's my man, I do for my man, I serve my man. If you really think she gonna leave and allow Olivia to have this relationship, you are just as delusional as she is. You are delusional as hell. That man gonna have to drag her and drag her and drag her before she leaves. I'm just being honest with you. She gonna have to be put through the ringer. I'm sorry. She be like, my love, my king. If you really think this girl gonna leave, girl. Nope. I'm sorry. Y'all need to go ahead and let that go. Go ahead and check out of this situation. Stop being invested. Because I know why y'all invested. Y'all thinking, oh, Shanice, she gonna leave. Look, I could tell because she get irritated. Girl, all he got to do is lay that pipe. She back in it. She back to doing his laundry. She back to cooking and cleaning. She back to giving that man her check. I'm sorry. She ain't going nowhere.
But otherwise, I love it here. I love this. It is phenomenal. And again, I have his back and I will do anything for him. I trust in him, and with that trust comes my ability to let him and allow him to lead and make those decisions. And this is the decision that he has made for our family. While I was on deployment, I was so upset because the only thing that I wanted, the only thought that held me together was being with my man. So it hurt just a little bit just to see memories being made without me. That was all.
I was actually in a monogamous relationship when I came here. It was very different. It was a lot to adjust to, just like Shanice. But the thing is, like, I got to adjust without her being around, so I can only imagine like what it was when I was here. Like, you saw it firsthand. For me, it was just kind of like a forethought. Like, I had all this time where you weren't here, so I was like getting more like comfortable with the idea when I was imagining it. But yeah. Do you ever get jealous? This is kind of for me, no. Do you mind the other girl, Shanice? Do you mind me? Do you mind anybody else that's gonna come along as well?
No. I'm here. I'm here, and if I did, I wouldn't be.
Right.
Now you heard the girl. You heard Shanice. She gonna stay down for this man. She gonna be down. She gonna stay down. I told y'all, this girl, she has lost friends. She has lost money. She drives this man around because he doesn't have a car. I'm pretty sure he can drive her car whenever he pleases. The only thing you can pray when it comes to this girl is to ensure she don't get pregnant by this man. But she ain't leaving no time soon. I'm sorry. She not. The money good too. So that means he's probably most likely constantly in a good mood. You know, he's more in a good mood because that money, that lube that they making on TikTok is rolling in. So he got a good thing going. And I'm pretty sure Shanice is his favorite. I pick up on that. Shanice is definitely his favorite. But we'll see.
True. Yeah. For me, no. I do not have any problems with anybody coming in.
That's funny. Go ahead.
Because I just know like Shanice is gonna give something to him that I can't give him, and then I'm gonna give something to him that Shanice can't give him, and then a girl's gonna come along and she's gonna give something else too. So it's all just we bring something different. So I have nothing really to fear.
Yeah, they saying that now, but Shanice was like, hell no. What the hell? She was not like hell no, but she was like, and then when I told her about it initially, Olivia, she was like, boy, fuck you. Like, boy, fuck you.
I'm in a relationship with him.
She likes girls.
But she likes girls.
I like girls. She does not like girls.
Women.
Yeah. Women.
I like Shanice though.
Yes, I love Olivia.
Women.
So family reaction first.
Okay, so we about to get into this family reaction. So let me answer some questions in the chat box. Can they get another guy? No, they can't even talk to another guy. Hell, Shanice can't even get another girl. That ain't pimping one-on-one. I don't know what is. Then Shanice, she's the older one. She's 29 years old. She is the girl that is in the white turtleneck. Olivia, I know a lot of y'all don't like Olivia. I get it. Partially because of colorism, and you feel like Sean uses colorism, which is, again, pimping, to pin these women against each other. But that's just another form of manipulation that he likes to use regarding these two women. But if I'm being completely honest with you, Olivia could come out of this on top. She's the only one that can actually come out of this on top because she's young. She's young. And if any of the things pertaining to her business, if that is true, she is ahead of the game. Now, Shanice is a little different. She's playing with fire. She's playing with fire simply because she is older. And she's helping build this man's empire with no ring. And when I say helping build, she's helping in many ways. Showing up on TikTok, doing those lives day in and day out, cooking, cleaning, allowing him to drive her car, still working to help pay bills, by the way. She's helping this man build. Now, Olivia, she's probably most likely doing the same thing. However, she could snap out of it anytime. Like if she snapped out of it at 22, 24, 25, she's still good in my book. But Shanice, she playing with fire. Because we were raise your hand in the chat if you was out here helping a man build at 20. A lot of us was doing that stupid stuff because we didn't know no better. But Shanice, 29, you should know better. You should definitely know better. So I feel like Olivia could come out on top, especially if he's truly helping her with her business. But I don't know about that. He seemed like a fraud, a con artist to me. I don't believe, like, he just uses, he's just one of those type of slick talkers where he thinks if he uses certain words and terms that it makes him sound smart, like he knows what he's talking about. But if you go deep beyond that, you start to ask him questions and you kind of catch him off guard. He doesn't seem like he knows what he's talking about. So I don't know. I know plenty of women that was out here helping a man build. If you was out here doing a man's laundry, you cooked, you cleaned, you did any of that, you were helping a man build. If you were nurturing him, you were having sex, you were giving your body, right? So he can be energized to go to work and get that check the next day. You were helping a man build. Yeah. It's not always labor. It's not always like that. You could have been sitting up on the phone, not having sex at all, comforting this man, encouraging this man. That's helping a man build, ladies. That's why I don't know why y'all still want to be friends with your ex. I don't know why y'all want to be sitting up on the phone with a man that ain't your man, giving him advice on life. Like, stop doing that. If he needs advice on life, tell him to go get a therapist. They cost. It's about $150 an hour with no insurance. Stop comforting them. That helps them build. That helps them go out into the world and make something of themselves. So I know plenty of women that was out here doing that.
So my mom found out not from me. My mom found out through somebody else. Oh no, I told her first. First I asked her, I was like, what do you think about polygyny? And she was like, oh, it's fine according to like religion, stuff like that. And then I told him, well, Sean wants to practice polygyny. And then she was like, not for you though. So she automatically just changed the thing, and now she doesn't agree with it, but she will be coming, and I think she'll understand it more and just be more susceptible to accepting it, because she'll be around the environment and she'll see that like it's not a harmful or negative environment. So, yeah.
How y'all doing? Tell them about this. Y'all gotta get on these ollipops. When you're vegan, they have me on the ollipops. Yes. A question that I have. Y'all got a lot of funny questions. Y'all got a lot of questions about sex. That's hilarious. All right. Question for me. You know, I'm narcissistic, according to y'all, so I gotta have the cameras on me, right? Let me take the glasses off so y'all can see me, make fun of me, right?
My family and friends. My situation was similar to Olivia's. My pride and joy, my mother, who is my rock, actually found out through another family member, and she deserves so much more. She is very supportive. She has always been supportive of me and my decisions. She raised me right, and she knows that I have a good head on my shoulders and I wouldn't do anything destructive.
She definitely has a good head on her shoulders.
Hey, Mom.
Family friends.
Yes, family and friends. I'm going to retire my mother, and she will be ever so grateful, and I'm gonna make you proud. Anyway, my friends are absolutely not. Most of them, my longest standing friends, 15 years and 10 years, are not supportive of this decision, and I'm okay with that. I understand that, like, we all have our roles and our purposes, and I'm going to live in my purpose regardless of who approves. I know we all like want to be with our friends and want to support them just because of, you know, how many years we've been together, and how even in relationships like that doesn't matter. I will always be here for the people that I love. So regardless, I will always be here for them. But in regards to like an actual friendship continuing, it's just no longer there.
Love from a distance.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Sean, were you ever in a
So another reason why I think Shanice is not going to leave this relationship anytime soon is because her mother actually supports this relationship, unlike Olivia's. Okay, so that's another thing that would aid in her staying in this relationship. Plus, she has invested a lot of her time and resources. So she wants a return on her investment. And then also, when it comes to Olivia is just, to me, a normal 20-year-old doing dumb stuff that I hope she will eventually learn and grow from soon. But I just feel like Shanice should know better because she's just older. She's seen certain things and she knows certain things. Also, another thing that I want to point out when it comes to both of them, both Shanice and Olivia, they are isolated. They don't really have anyone. They only have each other. So Shanice doesn't have any friends. Olivia didn't really speak about if she has friends or not, but I'm sure if she's friends with girls her age, they probably think it's cool, and I'm pretty sure they think the whole TikTok thing is cool because that's how we were when we were 20, but I don't know, for Shanice to throw away like 14-year friendships and 15-year friendships in today's society for a man, that's crazy. That's crazy. It seems like she had friends around her that knew her for a very long time.
Monogamous relationship? If so, how?
He's about to tell you how unloyal he truly is when it comes to women.
How was it for you? Yes, I was definitely in a monogamous relationship and I failed at every single one. They were great. I don't think there was anything wrong with them. I believe every relationship failed because of me. I think for a relationship to work, you need to have polarity in that relationship. And polarity means opposition. Okay? Opposition. And I think there must be masculine and feminine. And I think that I had not, matter of fact, I know I was not developed as a leader. I was not developed as, a person.
I think it's interesting that he's talking about opposition because Shanice and Olivia are polar opposites of each other. And he feels like that's what would make a relationship work. So I think it's interesting that this is the relationship dynamic. I can't really call it a poly relationship simply because they can't date anyone but him. Like they can't even smash each other and they can't date other women. They can't date other men. So I don't feel like this is giving a true poly relationship. Like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just pimping to me. It just seems like he's a man with two girls and he's just pimping them. That's it. That's all I see.
To be able to lead a relationship to success. So every relationship that ever failed was because of me. The Lord has blessed me with some extremely beautiful and powerful women in my life. I don't know how I seem to get them, because look at me. I'm medium ugly, and it ain't nothing special about me. But for some reason, I have always been blessed with extremely beautiful women whose physical beauty have only been like rivaled by like their interior beauty. So I've been extremely fortunate and I've been extremely blessed. So yes, to sum it up, I have had a monogamous relationship. I failed at it deeply, and I personally think that it just doesn't work for me. I'm a lot more developed, nowhere near where I need to be, but I just could never be in a monogamous relationship. Like that's just like not even real. No, my ethics are too high to like put myself in a position to cheat, and I just don't think any man can be with one woman for his whole life and be faithful. Not a G, not a real dog, not somebody that's like that knows their worth. Sean, how many more women do you want in order for your family to be complete, or the more the merrier? Truthfully, the reason why I practice polygyny is to build generational wealth, and I'm going to build $1 trillion family. And I will need to add to my family. Look at me. They're not with me for my looks, man. I'm medium ugly. I got a big old nose, a big old lips, and a look at this head. Funny shaped head.
Look at his waves though, guys.
It's not about that. It's just about putting in the work. You guys have to put in the work. All you guys have to do is put in the work. It's not hard to be attractive. Go to the gym, take care of yourself, have a skin routine, whiten your teeth, take care of your hair. This goes for guys and girls. I got 16 brothers and sisters. My mom was a heroin addict. I come from nothing. I was lucky enough to get adopted at around like 9 years old, but I come from absolutely nothing.
I don't think it's ever gonna last long, love. financially can't be supported. Like, that's never gonna last long. With us three, come on now.
Low.
Dream team.
You guys, I'm not about to be a part of no dream team and pay bills with a man that got me in a 3-way relationship. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. He has convinced them that they are some dream team with no documentation. None. Not a LLC, not a business, some type of business agreement, not marriage, no nothing. They just going off of this man's word. That's crazy. In 2023, that is insane. That is insane. That is insane. That don't even make sense. Logically, it does not make sense at all. And they talking about the three of us. So you telling me that they paying bills? That
We probably make more money in 1 week than like here together. As a matter of fact, we do. We're gonna make more money in 1 week, us combined, than you will this year if you're watching this.
No,
there's literally a 99% chance of that happening.
Period.
Or 95. Because if you do it, we'll probably do what? About 120, 130, 140 this week? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And then that in a day,
Yeah.
it's gonna be easy.
Yep.
Peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Sean's not the baby brother. I'm the baby brother. That's crazy.
Okay, so we're going to get into the fact that I had to give you the introduction, which I think I covered everything. So we're going to move on to the fact that Sean's brother, who was adopted, is exposing him because of basically some of the negative things that he has said about their father. Now, Sean is the only biological child in this family. The rest of them are adopted. There are, I believe, 7 boys. They're all boys. They were all adopted. And he's the only biological son in this family. But it seems like he has stolen this childhood story from his adopted brothers. And so because his adopted brother, isn't really happy with the things that Sean has been saying about their dad, because their dad has been such a positive influence in the other boys' lives. So they were all foster sons. So he basically stole, this is a crazy story. He basically stole and this is allegedly, he basically stole the adopted boy's story. So if you want to know where he made up this wild story about his childhood, how his mother was on, what did he say, heroin or crack or something like that, that part may be true, but his dad was definitely there and adopted like 7 other boys. I don't know a man in today's society that would do something like that. Like for a man to adopt 7 boys, and raise them, and it sounds like he raised them by himself. That tells me a lot about his dad's character right there. So his adopted brother decided to come onto TikTok and basically take up for their dad, because Sean is trying to paint him out to be the villain. And he's saying like that's not the case. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let me blow this up really quick. So this is Sean and his brother growing up. And this is him today on the right. So let's go ahead and get into what he has to say. He's just coming on to clear his father's name, and that's the only thing that he really wants to do.
Yes, my name is D'Angelo, yes. And you spelled it right. Good shit.
Do you think he's just doing this for attention, or do you think they're actually all in a relationship?
That's the one thing I can get at, man. He loved him some attention. I can always give him that. He loved it. If he would have let me in alive, he can't lie to me. He can't lie to me.
He wasn't going to do it. I was praying, honestly, that he would, because I know I could see when they were telling him. He knew exactly who it was. He was just acting like he didn't know. Shh.
Come again, I'm sorry.
How many brothers and sisters did he have?
On the adopted side is all boys. It's all dudes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was
You
his
said it's a lot
childhood
of
was
brothers.
it good?
Come again, I'm sorry.
Was his childhood good?
Man, great. Excellent.
I bet. I believe that.
Excellent. Swell. Magnificent.
Can I ask
Was
a
his
question?
mom in
And you
his
really
life?
don't have to answer it, but did
Oh.
something happen to the point where he became like the outcast of the family? Because why is he so distant?
So honestly, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, as Sean got older, he created his own mindset about what he wanted to do with his life. So he kind of went down his own path.
Narcissist.
So it wasn't like anybody
Okay.
pushing him away. He pushed himself away to go pursue what he wanted to do. And then with that, I don't think he fully understand. Like, okay, like I'm going to do my thing, but you know, I got family, so I don't think he can juggle both. I don't think he could have juggled both.
Yeah. Yes. His
Someone said he was
aspirations are
sexually
high.
assaulted. Y'all know the real
That
him
makes
too.
sense.
Y'all know the real him, so someone said he was a drug addict. Where are you guys getting this
No.
information from?
His mom.
Yeah, you would
That's
know
what they
him for
said.
sure.
Yeah, his mom. Somebody said he got mommy issues.
He
I don't know
does.
nothing about his mother. I don't know anything about his mom.
Yeah, the
He
fact
has
that she
mom
wasn't
issues.
there, though,
he
I'm
does
sure
too.
that has a major part. Because honestly, narcissists normally stem from a bad relationship
Yes.
with the mother or no.
Correct. Yes, you're correct, Mom. That's true. He has mommy issues and it turned
Correct,
into
yeah.
narcissism. And that's why he's trying to aim for, he wants higher, you know, he wants good for his life. That's great. But he doesn't know how to get it. And he really doesn't want to work hard for it either. That's a
Right.
narcissist. They don't want to work
Yep.
hard for it. They just want it and think they can get it just easy.
Been going back and forth on your live and his, and when I guess it's Auntie. I'm not familiar with that TikToker, but she dropped some nuggets. Okay,
Gems. Yeah,
she
did.
dropped so many gems. So she was
She shut him
basically
down.
like when I say it was crickets.
Ooh, it was crickets. He couldn't even get a word in.
He couldn't get nothing in. She was like, I know you. I know my presence intimidates you. I know it is. And I was just like, ooh. But what I got out of that where he did mention your name, so that he confirmed it even more that
Yes.
you are his brother and he was aware of the whole situation. Many people are bringing up about the demeanor part, like his whole demeanor has switched and changed.
So
when they
wait,
reached
you're
out
new
you.
to this. You just learned about this last night. So do you even realize that their income goes to him?
I know that. Oh yeah. Their income goes straight to
A
'Cause
joint
he
account?
He said that if he found out that one of them were hiding money from them, like hiding
Yes,
money
he
from
would leave
him,
them.
he would leave the relationship
Yes.
because he shares everything with him.
Watching one of the videos, and it was like, I think somebody was asking the girls about if they can go out by themselves without him. And I was just mind blown. Like, how can you control somebody that much that you can't let them have their own personal time?
It's the can I use the restroom, please,
For me.
Right.
I think it's because
Much for me and him to talk about, honestly, because like me and him
it
don't
triggers him.
like
Yeah.
y'all didn't witness everything. He tried to lie. He tried
Yes.
I tried to change the whole subject like it was
Yeah.
my fault.
You
Tried
don't
to,
know who you are. He has a lot of
Right.
brothers.
but at the end of the day, he acknowledged me. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
What's
He said, D'Angelo, if you're
He couldn't run
watching,
anymore. We had the facts. We said you just spoke to your daddy. When we said that, you just spoke to your father, right? So he shut up right then and there.
So
Well, I'm confused because I didn't even know there
Sean
was
is
an
not
option. He
adopted,
was
but you guys
adopted.
are. Like the six of you guys are.
Hear me out, because I didn't explain this like 8 times already. So it's 7 of us, including Sean, right? All 6 of us, including me, was adopted. Sean was the only real child.
Oh, so it's
He was the only
Why is
one that
this
wasn't
funny?
chosen. Holy shit!
Bro,
That
he's
makes
such a
so much
pathological
sense.
liar. Anyway.
That makes so much sense. He was the only one that wasn't chosen
He's a
So
because
he
he
pathological
was
wanted to
not
be
adopted,
picked.
and was your dad in jail?
No.
No, your dad was not in jail. So the thing he said, his real dad was in jail or somewhere
Whoa.
out there, and his foster dad is the one with the PhD. What's going on here?
Here we go.
He's a
I'm finna.
pathological liar. I think that's yeah.
Holy shit!
At 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why this is funny, bro. Bro, the face, I can't.
Come on now.
Was Sean?
So basically, his adopted brother is saying that he lived like a pretty normal childhood. Like he had a pretty normal childhood, but he's saying that he doesn't know anything about his mother. So I don't know if his dad had remarried or his dad was just a single father. I'm not sure about that. But I do know that his childhood couldn't have been all that bad. That is what his stepbrother, his adopted brother is saying. Now, I'm not saying Sean doesn't have any trauma associated with him. It just may not be as dramatic as he's trying to paint on TikTok. Because we all have trauma, but I don't think it's as drastic as he's leading people on to believe.
Ever in the projects?
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
his real daddy.
Come on now.
But why
Do you
is
know
he
if
lying like
Sean
that in
has
front
a
of
relationship with his
thousands?
mom?
What's up?
Do you know if Sean has a relationship with his mom?
Don't
He
know.
doesn't, or you don't know?
I don't know anything about his mother.
Okay.
But why is he lying like that in front of thousands of people? Like people wasn't gonna, investigate and find out. I don't understand. But
Yo,
what
why
that's
would
really
he
not
want to be
smart.
adopted?
To create like a sob story to victimize himself? I don't know.
Yep.
Or to make me feel like he was a part of everybody else. Can you imagine all 7 of your siblings have this big commonality and you're the fucking outlier and you have all these expectations on your back? It probably drove him fucking crazy. It's not an excuse for why he's at his big age acting like this, but
Check this out.
Y'all let him talk. Let him talk, y'all.
Check this out. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story I ain't never told nobody before. So my dad actually communicated with me this for because I actually had the opportunity to change my whole name when I was in the foster care system, But I kept my first name and I.
I personally believe Sean lied about his childhood to sell a better come up story. That's just my opinion.
Changed my middle name and my last name to my biological family side last name. But my dad actually wanted to change my last name to Adams. The only reason he didn't change my last name to Adams because Sean told him no. And at this point, I was already living with him 7 years.
Definitely some animosity.
I got all the motherfucking tea. I got the mail, bitch. I be chill. Life too short to be on bullshit. I just be chilling. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. Me. This is literally me, 24/7 all day.
What about like him being homeless? Do you know anything about
I don't.
that? You don't know
I don't
anything
know.
about that? Okay, I was just asking because the story changed like 1,700 times. Like I'm confused myself. But if anybody know about that, let me know because I'm confused.
So how he get homeless and then what? It's one thing to be homeless, but being homeless in California is different.
He said his dad was in the project and he was fighting with him.
No, I'm sorry.
So this man's
What
just
did he
spewing out
say?
lies, right?
What?
Nah.
And he said, "Oh God."
Wait, he said it
What
was
did
in the
he say?
projects? Oh no.
Yep, he said he was in the project fighting with his dad.
I'm sorry. Nah, him laughing made me weaker.
Yo, what? He was fighting in the projects, yo.
Yep, and he was homeless in his car in 2020.
I
Damn,
think
that's
he's
all
trying to
that.
have a success story. Cause like he's obsessed with like success, I guess.
Damn, my man was fighting in the projects in the back of the whip.
Yo, I just want to say, I know you came on here to like clear your dad's name and clear your name or like set the story straight, but Sean's credibility was so far fucking ruined before I even knew you existed. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, another thing that I want to point out is there is a screenshot of a text message between Sean's adopted brother and their dad. So and he posted these to his TikTok. So it says here, and of course, the name that pops up is dad, and it says attention seeking. This shows that money can't buy anything. Bad. And so this is his brother talking. And he says to his dad, it's bad. I just watched all his videos on there and same old Sean that I grew up with. And then his dad replies back and says, yep, with the thumbs up emoji. All I can do is pray for him. Laughing emoji. I do not have any contact with him on social media. And then his adopted brother responds and says, me either. I was just scrolling and was in shock when I saw this. So because he went viral and he was constantly going viral on TikTok, he was showing up in his adopted brother's For You page. And so that's how his adopted brother got a hold of all of this stuff that was going on TikTok, just like the rest of us. So let's go ahead and continue. Sean is going to come and address the things that are being said regarding these rumors. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I allow people to come on and defend themselves. So he's going to come on and he's going to answer some of the questions that you guys have about the situation with his adopted brother, his dad, and a lot of the rumors that are floating around. So just give me a sec.
no, he's doing all the damage himself. Like anything, if anybody could say like anything against him, and I would be like, yeah, he probably not telling the truth because he's consistently lied so much, from riding roaches in the projects to building up a Fortune 500 company. Like I can't.
Somebody literally just told me that was an Airbnb and he ain't even got a car.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have a car because why does he have to drive when like everything is around him? That's what he said. So I'm like, okay.
At one point, he said he did have a car, though. He said, "Yeah, I do have a car. I do have a car."
He said he didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
the hell, bro? Yes. Yes.
So another person that is a part of this entire story is his ex. Now, this is a girl that he dated for only 6 months. Another sex-based relationship. I told you ladies about these sex-based relationships. When you have sex too fast, too soon, you don't know who you are getting in the bed with. And so she talks about her relationship that she had with Sean for only 6 months. So let's pay attention to the details. And yes, it's sped up. So if you hear a funny voice, it's sped up. Okay.
That is me. But I'm the one who got away. The fuck? I'm the one who survived. I'm the one who came to their senses. No poly. 28. Period. Like, did he try to get you? No, he didn't try to. That was never even brought to my attention. I was dumb and naive. I was head over heels for the little dude. Like, I really was. I was. Yeah. These things going so damn fast. (2019) ended January 2020. Teddy. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he is like 5'10", 5'11". He real insecure about that. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, he was in the Navy. That wasn't adopted. I'm just saying. I said little dude because he liked to wear little clothes. That's all. He not little. Hey. He obsessed with wearing clothes. Like, he wear like a size small, size medium. It's like, sir, you're not a size small, size medium. That's not your size. But I thought it was cute when we was together. I'm like, oh, look at y'all little. But I thought it was or whatever. He likes like a lot of like fitness clothes.
You guys, if it keeps stopping like that, that's because of the connection at the time that this was recorded. So it's her connection. Don't come for me. Don't do that. And I sped it up and even chopped in those spaced out because it kept stopping, then it would start. So I did the best that I could, okay? But we gonna get back to the tea.
That's why it don't make no sense when he talking about he was homeless. Because he talked about he was homeless 3 years ago. We dated in 2019. And then we ended in 2020. So that means like right after we broke up that he would have been homeless. That wouldn't make no sense because you was posting like pictures of you. First of all, you buy expensive stuff. Like he buys like expensive clothes. It seemed like he had bought a Tesla and all this stuff. So when were you homeless, sir? And you was in the Navy. Like, how were you homeless?
Now, two people that know this man or knew this man, the adopted brother and now the ex-girlfriend, one of the ex-girlfriends, because he has an ex-wife, which I don't know if he met this girl around the same time that he was still married. It's giving, according to the timeline, that he was married while also creating this relationship with this girl right here. This is not the wife. This is just the ex-girl that he was dating at one point in time for 6 months. Most likely because he needed somewhere to stay. Because he didn't have nowhere to stay. And when you're dealing with the man and you hop in the bed with him and you don't know where he lives, if he even has a home to go to, you wouldn't know that. Next thing you know, you looking up, you like, dang, this man just want to go home. He don't got nowhere to stay. So you got to be careful with that. These men be needing somewhere to stay, especially in the more colder months. So you got to be careful about that. Was he actually homeless or did he get kicked out of his wife's house? That's what I want to know. It seems like he got kicked out of his wife's house, didn't have nowhere to stay, started this 6-month relationship with this girl, most likely was bumming it over there with her. She was cooking and cleaning and doing all the things Shanice is doing currently. And then he had this come up of some sort, of some kind. And now he's pimping out these two other women, Shanice and Olivia. So he leaves a very hobosexual type of trait, which is very alarming to me because they typically don't change their ways. They just find creative ways to get that money. And that is what Sean has done with these two women. He gonna get that money from a woman. Also, he said in one of his lives that he only dates older women, or he used to only date older women. So that's a red flag for me too. I wouldn't even be surprised if he was out here swinging that thing in a man's face just to have some money or somewhere to stay. Because homosexuals, they go where they can get free stay. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter if he claims not to be gay or not. He gonna go wherever there's shelter, wherever there's food. And then he always gets the type of people that cater to him, call him king and things like that, because he's a charmer and a manipulator. So let's continue. Let's learn more about how this girl right here got bamboozled.
Lord.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I just have a question about that apartment because I did a little research and I noticed that that apartment they're in gets rented out by the hour. So is that really their crib, or do they literally just rent it out for that time space like every night?
So your guess is as good as mine. It seems like all the stuff that's coming out to me, it seems like it's rented, but like a long-term rent.
Like creators and influencers like use that same apartment complex just for like photo shoots or like TikToks, videos, like that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So I just don't know if they actually live there.
I don't think so. Like, so the thing is, like, he got into photography when we was together, and he started using photography to make his life seem like it is something that it's not.
Okay. And so another, I saw a little bit of his brother's live, and he was saying that you guys aren't fully divorced yet. Is that true?
I'm not the ex-wife. I am not the ex-wife.
Oh, you're not the ex-wife? Oh, okay, you're just ex. Okay.
And that's why it's giving. He started this relationship with this woman because he needed somewhere to stay. His come up is to come across as if he got it like that. But when it come down to it, he can't cash that check. He can't. He needs Shanice and Olivia to help him cash that check. That's why this is pimping 101. You get the women to do it, and you pin the women against each other so that they can compete with one another to get you that check. That's what pimps do.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how you did it. How tall is he? How tall is he really? We want. All right. How do you feel like, because I don't know, real polygamy to me is when, I've seen other poly couples on TikTok and stuff, and it's, like it might be a man and two women, but the women are also together. Like, would you have been interested in that if that was the case, or was it always just like, did he ever try and bring that up to you?
No, he never brought that up to me. Everybody keep asking me that. No, never. Because I'm not into that. But I have seen stuff like what's going on this show called, what's that show? There's this one show where there is a poly couple like that where they have two separate relationships, but they're both open to having different relationships. Like with him, it's just like all about him, which that's him. Like it's always got to be about him. It always has to be about him. That's just how he is.
Was he like manipulative like that when you guys were together as well?
Yes.
Like I don't even know, like the weird, just like asking to use the bathroom.
That's so true. If he was in the military, then he wasn't homeless at that time. That is so true. But we'll never know because, you can't get a straight answer out of that man. You can't. He going to ask you a question with a question because he can't answer directly, which means he can't find a good enough lie that he can sell. I think that's interesting, but we'll continue. We'll never know where that man really was if he was in fact homeless, which I don't think he was, but that's just my opinion.
Or like the weird,
no, not the bathroom stuff. Not the bathroom stuff. Like he definitely is like manipulative and like narcissistic, but not like it was never like that. Like, but I don't know if it's always been like that with him. You know what I'm saying? Like it could like he likes to love bomb. He's a love bomb. So at first it's all gravy, and then little by little he'll start switching it up and start being an asshole. Like, like going through not going through all this, but like basically going through all this, like having to like talk about it over and over and over again. People asking the same questions over and over and over again. Like other little things is coming back. Like I remember we went to like this restaurant, like ramen or whatever, a different ramen one, not the one from the video, and he was like, yeah, oh, I see you know how to use chopsticks, which I really don't know how to use chopsticks real good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, he's like, can you show me how to use it? And he's like, haha, like, no, you look stupid, like you don't know how to use chopsticks. I'm like, damn.
What the fuck? In public too? No. I would have taken those chopsticks and shoved them so far up his ass, girl. He would have been throwing them up.
No, he was like, you look like he's or an idiot or something like that. He's like, that's not how you use chopsticks. And this, the reason why I thought about it is because I'm over here making some. But this is how I use chopsticks. I don't use chopsticks right, but it works for me. Like,
if it works for you, shit, do you? How long did you know him before the relationship? Were you guys like childhood friends, or like how did you meet him?
We met on a dating app. Yeah, we met on a dating app.
Okay.
And y'all can judge me if you want to, but at the end of the day, it's okay.
Right. Were there any red flags in the beginning, or was it like a gradual kind of thing where it started to get like more and more kind of like toxic?
I feel like it was gradual, because like literally like he treated me like really good, like open my doors, like, you know what I'm saying, like real gentleman stuff.
Yeah.
Take me out on nice dates.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. He met Olivia on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn not even a dating app. That's crazy. I just think like I'm Olivia's age. I'm 19, and so I just think for her like she should just be living her life. I don't like whatever she like. I've been through hard times. Like if this is just a way to have like a roof over her head, kind of like food in her stomach, kind of thing. Like whatever. Like do you? But there's better ways to kind of get through that where you don't have to rely on somebody like that. Like she cut off her family for him. Not as
it doesn't make sense because they're saying that they share a bank account, so she can't leave if she wants to.
Right. And I don't like. Is his business legit? Like he seemed like a scammer. He really seemed like a scammer for real.
Everything is pointing to scammer to me, and I don't give a fuck. She said it seemed like I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't. Nope. I don't care.
Did he have those businesses when you guys were together too? Like, did you guys make a joint? Okay.
Like, if he was a iffy person that can't tell me how he's making his money, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
It gives scam.
Right. And the screenshots he pulls up, those are just like it's always a screenshot. It's never a live thing.
You said
it's never like a live thing too. He never like logs into. It's always just a screenshot.
Okay, so I've only been to one of his lives, which was like yesterday or the day before, because anytime I blocked him on everything. Then I seen him pop up on my For You page, and I made sure I blocked him and the two girls immediately. But I just keep seeing like, you know, the poly clowns, the other profiles popping up on my For You page. I'm like, fuck it, like, you know. And I stepped into this rabbit hole, and now I'm here now.
No, right. Me and my friend literally just started watching like as a joke, but then it just kept getting like more and more. Like I'll give him that. He's good at marketing. He can market the fuck out of these lives. Like he started with not having no guests, and then he started adding guests, and then it just.
And you guys keep putting money in this scammer's pocket, by the way, because y'all can't seem to just tune this clown out. I don't get that. So you add more to his arrogance. You add more to it. And then you know there ain't no reason for you to tune in if the women involved are not getting a check. So it's like, why are you tuning in? You are supporting Sean and Sean only. So please keep that in mind. We all been pulled into this rabbit hole. And I'm telling you, after I'm done with this video, I'm tapping out. I'm done. I'm not invested in them. You won't see me on their lives. None of that. I'm done. Because you putting money in his pocket. You're not putting money in the other two women's pockets.
Just kept getting like more and more like adding bigger people to the lives and everything. Like he can market, but I want to know what their businesses are. Like
they
don't have no
like people. So I had my best friend, because you know how like you stalk your ex page a little bit, but like later, like after you like done felt better, like you healed. So I had her look on the page and ask him what he do.
Yeah.
He didn't tell her. He didn't tell her then either. And that was like a year ago.
Oh, shit.
He's like, because got lucky.
Yeah, there were other people on there who said like, oh, I know somebody who texted, gave him all the information and then like scammed him. So it's giving scam.
Also, some things that I want to talk about really quick. So Sean's business mentor that he talks about a lot constantly in his lives is currently allegedly being sued. Also, it is alleged that he ran a scam on a woman where he asked her for her credit information, like her credit score and things like that. And he ended up scamming her and somehow was able to get her information. Then another thing that I want to point out is the fact that it is also alleged, it is rumored that he took out a PPP loan for $223,000. So that could be where he got the money from or where he got his come up. Okay. Sean has also lied about paying $18,000 in rent. But if you look at his residence, that's on Airbnb and I believe it's called Peer Space. The rent is between $2,565 to $6,479. I'm going to assume that this condo that they're in is probably more on the high end. So I could see them paying like $5,000 a month, maybe $6,000 for the 2-bed. It looks like they have like a 2-bedroom. It's giving 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That's what it's giving. So all of this is alleged based off of what I've seen. There may be some truth. Definitely. We've seen a lot of people take out PPP loans and basically scam the system. And then I don't know why he lied about paying $18,000 in rent. I think that's weird.
Damn, it's giving like, I don't even know, but it's not real polygamy either. I feel like real polygamy is when the whole group is together, the girl and the girls and the guy. Like, I feel like this kind of polygamy is more of a religious, like a lot of, I think, I don't know if it's Mormons or Amish, like they do like the more like sister wives kind of thing. That's more of a religious type of polygamy where one guy marries multiple different women.
Yeah, that. Hey, Chilla.
Hi. I just have a quick question.
What's up?
Because everyone's like asking like what ended y'all relationship? Like what was the reason why y'all broke up?
I'm not gonna keep getting into that because people be recording my. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. I'm not gonna talk about that again.
Trigger warning. I'm going to tell you what it's about. Trigger warning. I didn't put it in the video, but trigger warning. She definitely dated this man. She has photos of this man and everything. Videos too. Okay, so trigger warning. She got pregnant and ended up having an abortion. That's pretty much how their relationship ended. Okay, let's continue.
You said y'all dated for a year, right? 2019 to 2020?
6 months. We ended in 2020.
Everyone's asking if he was abusive towards you. I don't know.
He only hit me one time.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Girl, one time.
That's crazy.
That
If
is
a man ever laid hands on me, it's over for real.
So is this for real? Yes, it's fucking for real, bro. You know,
did you meet his family?
I met his older brother. We had like not a FaceTime call, but like an Instagram FaceTime call.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only one. Like the younger brother that just came out, I never talked to him before.
Did you ever meet his parents?
He don't even like his parents. No.
Okay.
And who's meeting parents and we only dated for 6 months? Like, be fucking for real.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
hi girls, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was he married when you guys got together, or I hear he's not divorced legally?
So I had no idea even about the marriage. I talked to him like about his exes, and you know he always blames himself per se about like every relationship that's ever failed. And he said he ruined his ex, but he never told me that he was married, had been married, or anything like that. And then the brother is saying that he wouldn't put it past him if he wasn't divorced. So I think somebody, like, one of y'all TikTok investigators need to go ahead and look up his marriage license because it's a public record. I don't really care enough to go and look.
I just think he's not divorced based on how he.
What state did he get married in? I know he was in the Navy at the time, and sometimes because you travel a lot, you don't always get married in the US. So I wonder how that worked. Did he get married here? Did he get married in California? Or did he get married in a different state? Because I know they be traveling a lot. So they move around a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm assuming because he's in the Navy, it has to be California, because if you're in the Navy, you got to be on the coast. I'm assuming.
Talks about his situationship and everything. He just says, "Oh, he cannot get legally married. He doesn't want to involve the government and stuff like that." And his brother was saying he doesn't know when did he get divorced or if he get the divorce.
See, that's what I was thinking. And then the brother talking about he milked the wife dry.
And when was he in the military? Because that's like against the military law, like legal code or whatever they have to have a wife and to cheat. Like that is very like against like the military's kind of like standards.
I heard he got kicked out the military. So when we were together and we ended, he was still in the military.
Okay.
He did an interview once. I saw a video show up on my For You page where he said his girlfriend set him up and held him at gunpoint. Do you know like that story? No, I know. I'm not saying it was you. I'm saying like, did he ever tell you the story? Was that like, did that come out after y'all broke up?
Because I heard that was like in 2020. Yeah, that was me. But he comes up with all these lies, like all the motorcycle accidents and everything. He did get into like not a motorcycle accident when we were together, but he did get into like a motorcycle incident. Like his bike caught on fire while he was on the freeway. Like it malfunctioned. Oh.
So the time he's saying he was homeless, is that the time you guys were together or?
Now I'm looking up his marriage license right now. I don't see anything, you guys, for the state of California. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it maybe wasn't in the state of California where he wed. It could have been a different state. But who knows? Does anybody know his hometown? His hometown state? Let me know in the chat.
Say that again?
Sorry, he said he was homeless 3 years ago. Is that the time you guys were together?
No. He was living on a couch. He had like 5 roommates. He didn't like being home, but no, I don't believe him when he says he was homeless because it's not adding up.
All right. So my question is, so if everything happening recently, what made you decide to like speak up or speak out about this?
Because it just kept popping up on my For You page. And then I went in somebody's live or whatever, and they were saying XYZ about it. I'm like, that's true. That's true. That's true. Like, I know personally, like, that's true. Type shit, you know? And they were like, no, you lying. And I'm like, no, dead ass. Like, and then, so then I didn't have no followers, so I couldn't like get live. They're like, oh, you're trolling. So then I had to like literally like FaceTime somebody to show them like my videos and shit like that. Like, yeah, okay. And then shit just went from there. And now it's like, damn.
And how long ago was this relationship again?
You guys keep asking the same damn question.
I'm sorry, I just came in the live. That's why I'm asking.
Which one is you? Crickets? Oh, Clout Thug.
Yes, ma'am.
2019, and we ended in 2020.
Okay.
Did he ever like talk about polygamy when you guys were together, or no?
No. Even this live alone, I already answered those 2 questions like 5 times.
I have another question.
I just feel like polygamy isn't something you kind of like just jump into. I feel like it's kind of something you
talk about,
you think about a lot, and you have interest in. You might have done a little research. Like it feels like just a random thing to kind of jump into.
Yeah, polygamy not for me. Like how they be asking
what they're doing isn't even real polygamy.
What you doing? You know, when they in there having sex, like, because they don't like each other. So what are y'all really doing?
Well, like,
but I know this shit not lasting.
Polygamy is like the girls would be together too. It's just not adding up. Like he's trying to like preach like this is what polygamy is. Like that's not really like that's not what polygamy is. Like this is more like some Mormon type shit where you do have 7 wives, but they're not together. Like, it's kind of giving cult, like some sort of religious, like.
Very much cult.
Right, because real polygamy would be like Shanice and Olivia are together, and then Olivia and Sean, and then Shanice and Sean.
Different types. There's different types though.
But I feel like more like the basics of polygamy, like the whole I want 7 wives, but they're not together. That's more of a religious, like that's what like very religious people do.
Yeah. No.
What is your name again? Sorry.
You can call me Mel.
Mel, I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for coming up, and you didn't deserve anything that he put you through. And I hope these girls get away from him too. And I'm glad you got away from him. And thank you. I'm about to go to bed. Please kick me out.
They're asking when's his birthday. Do you know them?
I don't know shit about that man no more.
All right. So everybody in the comments was saying that she was doing this for clout. How do you feel about that?
His birthday is February 28th,
Look,
1993.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold up.
Can you kick me out, sis? Thank you.
Which one is that? Who said that?
It's RXN.
The one with no picture in the box?
No, I have picture. I have red scarf.
I don't know. I came out the other day, and then I went on his live the day after.
Okay.
Yeah. I am not his ex-wife.
But yeah, you can kick me if you want to add more people.
Who said that?
Pretty Flocko.
Girl, isn't this relationship like something you'd want to take to the grave? Like, isn't this like feeling like you're going through trauma all over again? Like,
I feel like I've healed from it, honestly. Like, somebody was telling me to write a book, but that's gonna be too much. I'm not gonna do that.
The book is crazy.
I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's gonna be too much. I can't do that. Like, nah, I'm good off that one.
Have you ever thought about going to?
Y'all see the clout y'all be giving people? Y'all keep making dumb people famous. I'm sorry, it gotta be said. Y'all keep making the dumbest people famous. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all made Blueface famous. Krishan, that was caught smoking weed and drinking while pregnant. Y'all just keep making dumb people famous. I don't tune in to none of these people like that. And you got to understand that outrage pays. That's number one. Number two, toxicity pays now. Negativity pays. Drama pays. All of that stuff pays. So if you say you're not into that type of stuff, you don't stand for that stuff, stop watching it for entertainment. Because you're putting money in these people's pockets regardless. And by you putting money in their pocket, you enabling their behavior. Like, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep showing up on them TikTok lives. Blueface and Krishan are gonna stay together because they make a lot of money together. Every time y'all get in the comments and y'all make them go viral, y'all are like paying their bills. Y'all doing more than that. Hell, y'all paying Blueface to cheat on Krishan.
The police about the abuse. I know it happened like quite
one time. Like,
only one time. I mean, personally, I think that's one time too many.
But the police be tripping. They be like, you need to have evidence. You need to have video evidence of this stuff happening. They really don't believe the victims for real.
I have a question. I know that he talks about like his business a lot and all that, and like having money and like, you know, he's always like bragging about it and shit. I don't know if you answered it. I just kind of jumped in here, but so sorry if I'm making you repeat yourself. Did he stay in that same like apartment that he's supposedly in? And then did
he was sleeping on the couch.
Oh shit.
And had roommates. That's when me and him were dating.
Oh, he had roommates. Okay. And then I think I only had like two questions. Did he have a business at that time, or did you see him like splurging? You know what I mean, like money, and like did he have like the same?
He was old. He was broke.
He was broke.
He was in the Navy. Like, he was in the Navy.
Okay.
And then he just had started like a photography business.
Okay.
So that's what he was doing. He was telling me he was doing parties and stuff. And then maybe that's what got his itch going. I don't know.
Do you know if it's true that he met Olivia at 17? Or do you think that people were just saying that? Because he needs to be in jail.
He said that she was 18, but again, how would I know? I blocked him on everything after we broke up. Literally everything.
When y'all broke up, you just left? Like, that was it? You didn't, like...
Where was she supposed to go?
Well, I don't know.
Y'all
Like, not
asking
like
crazy
left, like...
questions. Like, y'all gotta think, would y'all stay if you and your nigga broke up? Like,
No,
come on.
that's not what I
Let's
mean.
be
That's not what I mean.
realistic.
What I mean is, like, did y'all have any type of conversation? Did you say, like, all right, this is it? You know what I mean? I just jumped in here, so I don't know if she's repeating herself. So I apologize if I'm asking, you feel me, like, the same questions. But did it just end? Like, I don't even really know the whole story, like, with you. So I'm just asking.
So,
how did you get out of it? Yeah, like, how did you get out of it is really what I mean.
I don't want to go over that again because there's already
Okay, that's cool. No worries. I just, like I said, I just came in.
There's already videos on me here crying and shit about the whole situation. So somebody made a whole page about me, like recording.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
well, girl, let me tell you something. You speaking out about it, like, obviously we all live it for the drama, but like realistically, this is your trauma. So, you know, I give you a lot of praise for that.
Right.
I don't know if I could do it, but I'm gonna hop off because I only had a few questions. I'm just gonna listen in because I really, like I said, I didn't really know too much of what's going on. But I appreciate you speaking out. You strong, girl.
I'm healed, yes, but still, like, talking about it, like, over and over again, and then people trying to record it and then post it on their page and shit, like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Everybody's eating up the tea right now. That's why. So.
Yeah. I think we should all just stop fucking watching.
Someone said, girl, you don't
Stop
have
giving
to
them the
really-
clout.
You
Like,
can just go live your life, but okay.
But I'm gonna drop down. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna still watch.
The comments are messy.
like, people on here messy, period. Like, for what?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. And get off live. What you mean? I want to know if I could, like, stop people from recording. I would just show shit again. Like,
Do you have pics of y'all together? I think she already showed those pics, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you new or are you old?
I'm new to your lives, but I'm old to Sean's, Olivia, and Shanice's situation. I'm just reading the comments, but yeah. I feel like it would help people more if you would post it on your page. Maybe.
I'm not posting that nigga on my page. That's what I'm not gonna do. I did post it like one day and I deleted it. They were like, don't delete it. I posted like, I'm gonna delete this. Like, I'm not, he not gonna be the star of my page. Like, he would like,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I will not. That's what's not gonna happen. Yeah, but like, it's just weird. Like, I watched the live or whatever, or a clip. It might have been a clip, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I don't really care about your relationship or whatever. I'm more interested in the business part." And he's like, "Well, why aren't you interested in my relationship?" But it's like, if I thought this was supposed to be about your business.
Yeah,
he just wants clout. Like, he loves clout. He loves
a
narcissist.
Oop, y'all, Sheen, whatever his name is live right now. So it was nice talking to y'all, but I gotta go for the tea.
I did have a little bit of, oh my gosh, right.
Now, you guys, I'm sorry. I had to give y'all that clip. It was long. Yes, the girls that were in that clip were very childish. Yes. And I had to sit through a longer live than what you just had to endure. But I tried to put a good chunk of information that's needed to complete this live in this video. Okay. So it's over with. Yes. And then it should tell you the audience that they're bringing in. Young girls are sitting up here watching these videos. Okay. And if you can hear the immaturity, you can hear it in their voice and just the way that they speak. That ain't my business. That's not my problem. But I had to give you that information because to key all of this together, we had to hear from the ex-girlfriend that dated him for 6 months. I'm sorry. And the girls that were interviewing her, that's all I got on that. They got, I guess, enough information, but it was just, it was a mess. So I don't know, like Sean tends to pin these women together. He does weird things like embarrass them on live. And whenever men pin women against each other, They're trying to get you guys to basically compete for them. So if you ever see a man that's pinning you against another woman, and it could be like she got a problem with you, you got a problem with her, but there really shouldn't be any type of beef between the two of you. But there is, because he's telling her one thing, telling you one thing, and he's being that messy female that we have sometimes been in when it comes to girl trio relationships. He's playing that messy role. So he's going over here telling you one thing, then he's going over here and telling you another thing, and then he's manipulating you both with his actions. And so that's basically what we're seeing here. So I guess tonight he decided to out Olivia on live and embarrass her on live for whatever reason. Now, this could have been brought on because of something that happened earlier in that day. Maybe Shanice cooked, cleaned, fed this man, gave him a bubble bath, rubbed his back and his tummy. And so for whatever reason, by the time this live started, him and Olivia just weren't seeing eye to eye, and they weren't connected. But then in another live, he decides to embarrass Shanice.
Go ahead.
So is it okay?
Sorry, you guys, I have to turn off the music because it's copyrighted. But he decides to expose Shanice's woo-ha on live. Let's play that back. He decides to expose her on live. Hold on, let me see. It has to be around this one. So let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And he does this for views because he knows that it's going to get them to go viral. So he knew that Shanice didn't have any panties on, which I think that's crazy. You know, with that high cut that she had on that dress, I think that's crazy not to be wearing no panties. But listen, it ain't my business. He knew what he was doing, and he plotted against her to basically just go viral. It seems like he did it on purpose because before he did it, he looked at Olivia and started laughing. So it's like he plotted that.
There's some guy, you said that you're...
So in this clip, he responds to basically everything that's going on with his brother. His adopted brother has outed him and has exposed him. And so now people are wanting to know, you know, hey, are you going to address this? Like, are you going to talk about this? So let's get into it.
Whole family, all your siblings passed away. There's some guy on here saying that he's your brother and he's exposing the messages between him and his father. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? I think that there's
like, is he your brother or?
I think that there's a lot of like misinformation out there, and I feel like he feels like he's doing what he's doing to protect, you know, my father. To my knowledge, I've never said anything bad about my father. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing, but I personally don't know a lot of brothers who would go online and tear their supposed brother like down. I've never.
Yeah, it's kind of messy.
He's trying to play the victim, you guys. He doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong, and that his brother, which, by the way, he has acknowledged, he has not denied that that is not his brother. He has acknowledged that that is his brother, but he's trying to play the victim. Now, if you lied about your upbringing, if you lied about your childhood, that looks bad on any parental figure that helped raise you. Isn't that correct? Okay. So you don't necessarily have to go on here and be like, oh, my dad wasn't this, he wasn't that. Da, da, da. Like, you just speaking negatively on your childhood paints him out to be like a horrible parent. So, of course, he tries to play the victim. But I do find it interesting that with him trying to play the victim, he acknowledged that that is, in fact, his adopted brother.
It is kind of weird.
I don't know a lot of people that's like that.
It is very weird.
So,
But in his
to be honest
defense,
with you, it just goes to show.
they were dead.
It just goes to show you that like people will do anything for like their 5 seconds of fame.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So your siblings aren't dead.
My siblings aren't who?
Passed.
No, I have some siblings that are passed.
Okay.
So let me clear this up. The reason why I see a misconstrued story, sometimes I got 7 brothers and sisters, sometimes I got 16, is because on my mom's side I have 7.
Oh, okay.
Other side I have more.
Okay.
Both things
makes sense.
True. So if this is a person, again, he doesn't share the same last name as me. He doesn't really, like, clearly he with all due respect to him, seems like he does not really know what he's like talking about. His information is very like limited.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how credible that would be, but like, why do I need to lie about something like that?
And I do feel bad. I'm kind of sorry that your family is.
Why do toxic people, why do they always try to gaslight you and try to make it seem like, why would you lie about something like that? What you mean, why would you lie? That's a good question. You should be asking yourself that. Why would you come on TikTok and lie about your childhood to sell a come-up story? Just live in your truth. Then you don't have nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry about people exposing you or trying to out you online. Like, just be yourself. I don't like it when people try to gaslight you. Like, why would you lie about that? I don't know. You tell me, why did you lie about it? It's that simple. So I don't know. He does this thing where if you ask him a direct question, he'll either paint himself to be the victim, he'll blow up and get super aggressive and angry and upset, or he'll ask you a question with the question. And y'all sit up on live and y'all watch that day in and day out. I don't know how y'all do that. I barely got to this live to make this video because I'm just like, This man talks in circles. And I told you guys that if you talk to a narcissist, that's one thing that they're going to do. They're going to talk in circles. But if you just shut up and listen and stop trying to drill them with questions, they'll talk themselves in circles and then you'll hear the truth. But you gotta be quiet. You gotta sit back and just shut up and allow them to talk, because they start to get insecure if they feel like you're not buying what you're saying. So when you're quiet, and your silence is very powerful when it comes to a narcissist, because they don't know what to think. They don't know what's going on in your head. So they keep rambling and rambling and rambling. And the more they ramble, they eventually end up telling the truth. So when you think you're in a relationship with a toxic person, a narc, whatever you want to label them, whatever, manipulator, whatever the case may be, let them talk. They will talk in circles and eventually end up accidentally telling the truth. And then they'll gaslight you as if they didn't just say that. That is just what they do. So let them talk. Don't interrupt. Just let them chat.
It's kind of bringing you down.
Yeah, no, it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like the people that choose to show loyalty to you, that's family. To be honest, somebody being your relative doesn't make them family. The people that choose to be loyal to you, the people that choose to support you, that's family at the end of the day. That's why I always say the family you create is more important than the family that you come from. And some of you guys that are true hustlers out there, some of you guys that got big dreams, man, you're going to go run and tell your family and they're going to try to like suppress you. They're going to try to be like, oh, be realistic. Oh, why are you talking like that?
Nah, yeah, I deal with the same thing with mine. It's cool.
So it comes with the territory, guys. If you want to do big things, man, oftentimes your loved ones are going to be the people that may, be hating on you. And sometimes it may even when you be in a relationship. Like, ladies, if you trying to level up and your man's trying to keep you down, you should leave him. Like, I don't really care if y'all married or not. Like, either we grown together or we not going to be together. No in between. And that may sound painful, but there's plenty of people who will support you if you want to do big things in the world. That I promise. Guys, if you with a girl and you tell her you got big dreams and she don't support you, bro, I would leave her. No
Is that what happened with your ex?
I don't even have lack of ability to bring the best out of them. I've been blessed with high caliber women. I have nothing bad to say about any woman I've ever dealt with, whatever. They can say whatever they want to say about me. I have the highest thing to say. I have nothing but respect to when speaking on them. I've been truly blessed. I've been blessed with great women all my life. I don't know what it is. It's like a little magnet, but I just get blessed with like some of the best women.
Okay. Oh,
Crazy.
sorry. But your brother is exposing you and saying that you cheated on your ex and you took all her money. I'm not sure if this is true. I'm just trying to get confirmation.
But that's the thing though. He's just saying kind of like whatever he's saying. So anybody that knows me, just like we kind of had one of my exes go and she was telling what it's like to be with.
Now, ladies, let's use our brains. Let's use our brains. This man has a history of using women for money. So you want me to buy into the fact that this man didn't screw over his ex-wife? Do I look dumb to you? Do I look stupid to you? Come on. That's all he does. He has a whole track record of just using women to get what he needs from them, and then he moves on to the next. So I don't know. I want to hear from this wife, but we'll see if she ever makes an appearance and shows her face. But it just seems like that's all he does. He's very messy and he carries drama wherever he goes. And he just uses women. That's all he does. So you want me to sit here and believe that he didn't do that?
Me and she just told her I've always been like a provider. That's just who I am. So as far as taking a woman's money, that's just cap. You know what I mean? That's just pure cap. That's how.
I don't know if my screen's speaking or if it's me, but you guys are like, I don't know if you guys are glowing or.
No. It's a green.
It's like a halo around you guys.
It's a green screen. That's all.
Okay.
But he's not exposing anything. Anybody can like make claims.
I don't know. He's putting text messages between your father and him. I'm not sure who that man is. It could be fake. People fabricate things all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm just telling you what's being put out there.
And I got nothing to say about him either. Like, because where I come from, you never turn your back on family, even when they turn their back on you. So I got nothing to say about him. Hey, man, if that's what you feel like you need to do, you go ahead and you do that. I don't know what he's getting out of that, but okay.
Yeah, I think you guys should have a conversation.
No, I don't have nothing to say.
I would have a conversation with my family if they're on social media trying to fabricate lies and expose me. I would definitely. I would be at my mom's house the next day.
With all due respect, do you think somebody that you consider family would do something like that?
I mean, family that word doesn't really mean anything. Blood doesn't mean family. But I mean, if my mother or my father was online trying to frame me and expose me with all these lies, hell yeah. I'm outside.
See, here's the thing though. This is why I say it shows this guy's character, because he's exposing a private conversation with somebody else, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody else is exposing a private conversation and violating their privacy and putting it on the internet. It just goes to show you, like, how can you, in my opinion, trust somebody like that? How can you put a private conversation on the internet? Somebody trusted you. You're not going to be like my so-called pop saying, yeah, let's expose him. Yeah, let's take him down. Maybe he is saying that. I don't know. But I don't
have you seen the videos? They kind of are like...
Now, wait a minute. Now, do you think his adopted brother was trying to expose him or just clear their father's name because he felt obligated to do so as an adopted child? Because it would make sense why his adopted son, would feel compelled to come forward and clear his father's name in his defense. So he only posted those text messages to clear his dad's name. That was it. He's not doing this for no other reason but that. He's not even making this about himself. He's making it about his dad. That was the only reason why he came online to talk about it. So I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. You know, he only screenshotted the part where their dad acknowledged the fact that this is Sean, this is my son, and I don't agree with what he's doing online. And that's it. He didn't try to out him, like expose, because he could have exposed a lot more, in my opinion. And it's all about their dad. That's it. That's the only thing that this man cares about. And I really feel like it's because he's adopted and their dad has done a lot for him. So he felt the need to pay him back, pay it forward, I guess, by clearing his name on TikTok. That's what it sounds like.
I actually spend my
They're more upset.
No. I spend my time on productive things, helping people around the world. I got a young guy on my team. I cut him. He's 21 years old. I cut him.
He always brings it back to himself, you guys. This is what a manipulator does. You got to stay focused on what this man is doing in his patterns, because he does it every night on TikTok. So if he can't convince you, or he feels like he's not convincing you, then he has to speak about all the things that he has done for other people. Now, how many of y'all have parents like this, where you try to talk to them about your trauma, you try to let them know, hey, this is what you did to me in my childhood, and then the next thing you know, they get into rambling and venting about how much they sacrificed for you and how much they did for you, never actually validating the trauma that you experienced, your feelings, your emotions, none of that. So that's why it's giving narcissism to me, because that's very similar to dealing with a narcissistic parent that basically just gaslights you, goes right into what I have done for you. What I have done for you. I've sacrificed so much. So if he is a narcissist, it's really showing that he could possibly be, but I can't really say that. I'm in no position to call him a narc. I could say he's toxic and he's a manipulator for sure. But that's why it's giving that. That pattern is very similar. Let's continue.
$8,000 check this morning. I got another guy, 26. I cut him a $7,000 check this morning. I got another guy that's 22. I cut him off a $5,000 check this morning. I'm focused on helping my team feed their family, right? Do you understand how powerful that is to be cutting checks for almost 10K a week? Like, I got people that I mentor that are doing 10K a week. So
I hope you giving them some checks, Miss Olivia and Miss Shanice.
I got on here to talk about my relationship, and y'all somehow wanted to be like, he didn't go to kindergarten here, he went to kindergarten here. What's your question? Oh my gosh. I like your break, by the way. Or those.
So here's Sean. He's addressing more of the rumors. First, it was his brother. Now he's getting into some of the more detailed questions that we wanted to know, like the PPP loan and him scamming his potential customers and things like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, also, this has been sped up, so please understand that the voices are going to be funny, but I had to fit all of this in. So let's continue.
Thank you. How do you get on TikTok?
Are those twists?
No, they're butterfly locks. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, what's up?
I have a question. So why is it that you get so aggressive when people ask certain questions and you're on live to answer questions? Why do you kind of like bump your chest up?
What do I what do you mean by aggressive? When I get talking about my goals and where I'm going, I get real fired up. It motivates me. So that's a lot of stuff.
No, but if someone asks you a question that's not really sitting right with you, you will bump your chest up and be aggressive. And then now you got your queens behind you, rubbing your back to try to calm you down. So what's up with that?
Yeah, like what kind of? No, I think they just I think they are just good women. Like I think they're just
okay, Sean. You asked her what kind of questions. Yeah. So like I said, I watched your lives for a minute, not clips, not troll pages, but from your mouth, Olivia Appleberry 222. I'll be on there, baby. So like you said, there was a lady on there that was saying that she made $6 million at the end of the year and everything, and you told her to show you her receipts for that, and before she could show you her receipts, you got upset with you, and before she could, you booted her from the live.
You was taking too long for me.
Well, how long did you say that she can't show it, but you didn't give her a chance to show it? Her name was Sean. Everybody called her name.
I think I have a question. Personally, I know her. I know she crushes the game, but that's good for her.
So this is the way I look at it. This is
the way I look at it. I don't think that a man or a woman is better than nobody. I don't look at me as better than you guys. You guys may not believe that. I just feel like I'm a little bit further along in my journey, and I want to speed up the process for you guys. You guys are some brilliant people. The way you guys can edit, the way you guys can articulate, you guys are all smart and going to be successful. The only thing I want to do is help you guys do it faster.
Okay. There's no such thing as faster. When you're building something truly from the ground up, it takes time. So yes, you guys, he sounds like a scammer, a con artist. There's no fast come up unless you're out here scamming or doing some things that you're not telling others about. How do I know? Because it took me 10 plus years to build my own brand. I didn't start seeing real money until after 5 years, 6 to be exact. So this, again, selling you a gimmick. Here we got another one online trying to sell you a gimmick. trying to sell you a dream. Please don't fall for it. Please don't. Don't. Slow and steady is going to win the race. Slow and steady is going to teach you the most. If you are in this for instant gratification, I'm going to tell you to quit now. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. If it comes slow, it's going to stay forever. If it comes in fast, you run the risk of losing it fast. You want slow and steady. That's going to take consistency and discipline. And it's going to take you learning and growing, which you want to do. Because that's how you sustain a business, a brand. That's how you're able to push forward and elevate. Let's talk more about elevating within a business. Let's talk more about growing within a business. You have a start point and then you just elevate from there. Your mistakes are what's going to actually shape your business because that's how you learn. Nothing is going to be fast. Nothing is going to be quick. So you have to stay dedicated. But this man is trying to convince you, I'm farther along. Let me help you get there fast. You will never hear me speak like that when it comes to business at all. At all. You need to be asking this man, did you file your taxes this year? Did you file already? Did he do that? You know, April's coming up pretty quick. Did he file his taxes already?
I have a question about you helping. Please let me ask this question.
So the way I look at people is like,
pause
hey, man,
really quickly, Sean. Pause really quickly. Just really quickly. If you don't stop talking, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna let some more people come out here because people be eating me up. Okay? Can I please ask this question before you kick me off? Wait 1 second, Sean. 1 second.
It's 17,000 people in here. They here to talk
Wait,
to
Sean, you don't leave yet because I have questions for you. So don't leave yet.
Well, if you got questions for me,
I have a question for Olivia. No, I
though.
have one question before you, like, about you helping people. I just got one question. Okay, you said how, you know, you lived in a car, like 3 years ago, you were homeless and stuff, and, you know, everybody has to be credit score 700 to email you. Why don't you help the people who, like, how did you get to a 700 credit score, you know, to where you are now? You were just, you know, homeless 3 years ago, so you would think that you would help us with the come up. Yeah, that's a good question. So why do we have to already be up to get the help?
I don't do the credit repair thing. So for anybody that doesn't have that type of score and you want to get that score, all you have to do is DM me and I know a lady that's really good. That's
so
super easy.
How did you go from 3 years ago to your, you know, living in your car to where you are now? What did
Number one thing I got was a high income skill set. So for me, I was living in my car. I was like, forget this. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna start a business. And then I was about to take out a $90,000 loan to start a business, but then COVID happened and everything shut down. And I was like,
he was about to take out a $90,000 business loan, but COVID happened. And you know what he did? Instead, he took out a PPP loan because he found a way to most likely get the loan or a bigger loan and not have to pay it back right away. And maybe not even have to pay high interest if he took out an official business loan. So make sure you guys are listening because you have to weed through the lies, okay? So COVID happened and he didn't take out that $90,000 business loan, but he did take out a PPP loan. My question is, how was he able to do that? He must have started his business and then he took that out, or he already had an LLC and then he took that out. But it's crazy. The government out here was just handing out these PPP loans like it was nothing. That's crazy to me. So that's how he got the money, you guys. He got the money because he ended up getting a PPP loan instead. Interesting.
Well, I still want to level up my life. How can I figure out a way to make money online? So then I discovered this thing called high ticket sales, closing, and consulting. So I started working at this digital marketing firm, and I took it from making $200,000 a month to $1.1 million a month. But then I quit that company because I felt like they.
Also, another thing, any man, and I learned this, I hate to say it, you guys. I hate to say it, but I got to keep it real with you. I learned this from Nigerian men. Yeah. Especially here in Houston. If they say anything, I work for this digital firm or digital this, digital that, and then you go to their website and it's giving, this don't seem like a legitimate website. Like it does not. It's like a cover website or something like that where you can send people to make it seem like you look official, but you're not really official. True scammer. So Nigerian men, they taught me what that looks like. Digital firm, everything's digital. There's no actual, like, at this point, you would need a I don't know what you would need, but digital, like I said, digital marketing, digital firms, that sound like a scam to me. That sound like a whole scammer to me. I don't know.
Care more about money than helping people, and I always cared about helping people. And then I started my own business. My first year in business, I did about 2.2 million in sales, and then I started consulting other companies on how to scale to 7 and 8 figures. That's how I became an entrepreneur. I don't want to work with everybody. I don't like working with everybody. I don't have that many clients, but I still like to help people, which is why I hop on live and give out free game. Because I always say my legacy is not going to be the money I make. It's going to be the people that I help. That's why I do that.
Okay,
it's about helping people.
Okay, Sean, so I have a question. And I'm not trying to come for you. I'm not trying to attack you. So don't get all, don't yell at me. But there is rumor going around that you got a PPP or PPE, I don't know the difference, loan, and that, you basically use that for your upcoming. So what do you have to say on that? What is your
Here's the thing. Again, misinformation. But honestly, this is what it is. I think in the black, I'm not used to seeing somebody be successful unless they are a rapper, unless they are a ball player. So when we hold on. When we see a successful businessman, people sit up here and have to say, oh, he must be scamming, oh, he must be doing this, because I never seen that before. That's different. There's no way they can explain it. So where did they say that I got a PPP loan? Or it's just something that a hater will say. I have actual receipts. If you guys go and see my testimonials, you'll see all the stuff that I've done. You see the contests that I won. You see the articles that I've been in. I literally talk about my whole journey as an entrepreneur for the last 2 years. You can see it all. All you gotta do is just go to my testimonial. That's it.
Calm down. It's okay. It's a regular conversation. Okay, so my thing is, there's a lady, and her name is Ava, and she said that, she has a very, well-paid people for doing it, okay? She looked you up and that you have an unpaid PPP loan or PPE loan, and that is unpaid for, and that is how you're getting your money. And basically, we have questions on that.
I think that there's multiple people. There's multiple Sean Adams. Like somebody said I was an ex-offender. Somebody said that, I don't know, just be saying all type of stuff. I've never taken out a PPE loan. I've never done any of that. So people can say whatever they want to say about me, but I'm not really worried about what they say about me. I'm worried about the people that have actually done business with me say about me.
Okay, so going back to the initial question and the reason why you joined my live, you said that you only worry about the people who did business with you. So you have people out here that did business with you and that does have the receipts. Now, don't get all high and mighty. It's okay. It's a conversation. Treat me like one of your business partners. How about that? So people have reached out to me and said that they did business with you and that they have got scammed. What do you have to say about that?
Bro, people will say whatever, bro. If I was out here scamming people, why would I be tagging people in my testimonials?
Y'all just have to do your homework.
Are they real people though? And then Olivia, listen, girl, you're too young. I'm trying to be respectful. Girl, don't be saying do your homework, girl. You need to do your homework on this relationship, because girl, it ain't it. It is not it. I don't know how many red flags. I done heard enough. Talking about you need to do your research. You need to do your research on these red flags that we all see, but you can't see for some reason. It don't make no sense. Olivia is very, very immature. Very immature. But when talk about you guys just need to do your research. I wonder what he done showed her that has her so convinced and so confident. Because based off of what I've seen, I wouldn't dare be this confident over no man. That's how they embarrass you.
The thing is, man, at some point y'all gonna believe whatever y'all want to believe, right? So that's the only thing that I can say to you guys.
So I have a question.
Answer. I'm about to hop off of here.
So after I ask this question, I'm gonna let my guests ask you questions because that's what they're here for. So this is something I was talking about earlier. You probably seen it because you said you was in my live for about an hour. So Shanice and Olivia says that they call you my king and my love, Olivia my love, Shanice my love and Olivia my king out of endearment. And I get it because we call our boyfriends or girlfriends baby and all that stuff, but we have never heard them call you Sean. And I feel like that's kind of what's the weird part about it. And Sean, don't get upset. Don't put your head down. This is a regular conversation. But,
let me ask you a question. Do your parents call each other by their first name?
Yeah.
They do that? I never seen that before. I never see that before.
No, and Sean, I think I I need you to really understand what I'm saying. It's one thing for my mom to be like, hey, babe, get the pancake mix out of ever. Since I've been following you, since I've been watching your lives, we've never heard them call you Sean.
So let me get this straight. Because they don't call me the same name that a stranger calls me, because they don't treat me like a stranger and they treat me like somebody you love. I mean, that they love. That's a problem. They're supposed to treat me like a stranger. Because
Sean, did you hear me say it was a problem? You're not going to tell me hold on to my own lives.
A stranger,
You're not going to say that to me.
A stranger will call me Sean. Why would my queen call me the same thing that a stranger calls me?
Sean, you're not understanding me. And I'm gonna say it one more time. You know? You have
It's giving he has a God complex, which is pimping one-on-one to make the women feel like they are less than, and so you are superior to them. That's why you don't want to call them Sean, because then they will be seen as an equal, or they will feel that they are equal to you. But when you're pimping, the woman or the women are never supposed to be seen as equal to you at all. And he calls them queen all the time, but because he's able to pin these women against each other, and because king is the way that it is socially, I guess you would say socially considered, like in the eyes of this patriarchy, it's the man sitting on the throne. He comes before everyone else. So he knows what he's doing. It's definitely giving the God complex for sure. So he may call them queen, but at the end of the day, both of these women feel like his needs come before their own, his wants come before their own. And because he's a king, he gets to be the head of the house. He gets to dictate what goes on and what can go on, what cannot go on. This is why neither of these ladies can venture out and seek a different relationship or have another relationship in this fake polyamorous relationship, because it's not a polyamorous relationship, in my opinion. This is just straight up pimping. So, in my opinion, if you're in a polyamorous relationship, a non-traditional relationship style, you shouldn't feel your partner, neither of them in this relationship, should be able to control who you talking to, who you friends with, in any of that. So it's just giving fake. It's giving cult. It's giving pimping 101. And he has painted this God complex to these women, and they're sold on it. They are sold on it. These women want to be here. If you don't learn anything about this situation, remember that these women want to be here. Y'all coddle these women. Y'all coddle Olivia. You coddle Shanice. And I don't know why. That coddling, that ain't helping them. It ain't. It's not helping them at all. Oh, Shanice, just leave. You wasting your time. You wasting your time. They want to be in this stupid relationship. They don't think that they're manipulated. They don't. And by you trying to get these women to leave, you're pushing them further into the arms of this manipulator. And the reason why I say this is because typically when women are in abusive relationships, they will have this complex where they feel like, oh, it's me and my man against the world. It's us against the world. It's us against haters. It's us against the naysayers and things like that. So just stop doing that. When you're approaching a woman that's in an abusive relationship, you're approaching a woman that's dealing with a manipulator, the worst thing you could ever do is speak on the fact that she's being manipulated, speak on the fact that she's being abused, try to paint this man out to be a villain because she's brainwashed. That's the worst thing that you could ever do. You're pushing that woman right into the arms of this man. So if you're dealing with a woman that's in an abusive relationship, you're dealing with a woman that's in a narcissistic relationship, the only thing that you can offer is support. That's it. You can't do anything else. In prayer. That's it. You can't do anything else. Nothing you're going to say is going to convince her of anything, because she's going to go right home to that man. She's going to sleep in that bed with that man and get manipulated and brainwashed some more. And you got to understand that he brainwashing her in ways where she's vulnerable. She may not even be that vulnerable with you. So you got to understand, like, the only way you could truly help a woman or women that are in situations like this that are similar is to support them from a distance and pray for them. That's it. They're going to have to wake up and figure it out for themselves, and stop coddling them, because that's not helping. If they ask you for advice, keep it real with them. But don't try to make it out to be like, oh my God, he's a monster. And he may be a monster. But if you paint him out to be a monster in her eyes, she'll feel like she can't come to you and talk to you about it at all. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. It just depends. But if you truly care about that woman, you're just not going to speak on him. If she asks, you're going to put it to her lightly, but don't take the angle of, oh, he's a narc, he's a monster, he's this, he's that, because she's brainwashed. Don't do that. Then she going to feel like she can't come to you. So you got to be careful with that.
Called Olivia, and you have called Olivia my queen. You see how you do that? You have called Shanice, and you have called Shanice my queen. But as
only reason why I do that is because if I say babe, they go both be like, huh.
Okay, but my thing is,
I have two queens.
My thing is, Sean.
So I can't just hold on. I can't be like, okay, so I can't be like my queen and then be like, oh no, I wasn't talking to you. So I have to be clear. Hey, Shanice.
Sean, that was just a little question I had. You doing too much right now. It was a little question. Out of all the questions that you get, people call you a sex offender. You can't answer a little quick question about why you don't call them.
They can't call me that. That dude was born in 1961. Stranger will call me.
Because it's your name.
All right.
My boyfriend called me Angel, just like he called me Princess and Pookie and Bookie and all the other names you could think of. He calls me Angel as well. But that's not the question.
Listen, man, that's y'all relationship, and I'm happy that works for y'all.
Thank you. Okay, my guests have questions, though, so I'm going to sit back and let them ask.
If Dominique, if they tried to talk to them and not attack him and it didn't work, it's because they are being brainwashed. Or it's because they don't know you. They don't know you. So it got to come from somebody that knows them. And if Olivia's mother is not really here for this relationship and her mother has tried to talk to her, listen, some people just got to learn the hard way. Ain't nothing you can say, ain't nothing you can do about it. They just going to have to learn the hard way. But stop trying to coddle these women like they not grown. They grown as hell. They are making their own choices and decisions in life. They are choosing to be with this man. So it is what it is. If their own mama couldn't get through to him, what makes you think that you could get through to him? You not. Y'all, and then I hate to say it, but it's like you guys are making these, like you guys are making them want to be in this relationship more because of the hate, the quote unquote hate that they get. That's why I'm like, y'all gotta calm all this down. You gotta calm all of this down. If you truly are for protecting Black women, then you would just let them figure it out and stop tuning in. But the more you tune in, he loves the attention that he gets. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. He loves it, and it puts money in his pocket. That's why he keeps trying to embarrass them on live, because that gets the views up. That gets them to go viral. That gets people on their page and things like that. Keep in mind that he's pimping so good to the point where every time they go live, it's on Olivia's page. So he's getting all the attention and all the money because of his pimping ways. He don't even have to set up the live. Olivia does that. The girls basically run the lives. All he do is sit there on his throne like the king that he is, because he has a God complex, and he tells these women what to do. He bosses them around. They're his little workers, in my opinion.
All right, now I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna see y'all. Good night.
So I wanted to ask you guys.
So this is what I'm going to end on. I wanted to talk about the lack of allowance that these women have. Y'all want to tell me that this is not pimping 101? So when it comes to polygamy and my views on it, I only see it being beneficial to women when things are paid for. So let me give you some examples. If I was to get in a polyamorous relationship, marriage, whatever the case may be, right? My parents would get the best retirement home. Preferably would like them to retire in the same facility, and somehow they would still be able to live together, or I would pay for them to have some type of assisted living that can come into the house and do what they need to do as they retire. My parents would have to be taken care of. Then next, my kids would go to private schooling, or they would be homeschooled. I would hire someone to come into the home to homeschool them. The next thing is my kids would eat organic only. If it's not organic, it's not touching their lips. If I'm birthing your children, I'm going to the best hospital. I'm getting the best care that I can find, the best facility that I can be in, whether that's a home birth or some type of nursing birthing place for me that I like. And I would also get aftercare service. So I would have a night nurse. Someone would also help me with the post-traumatic, I would say PTSD. No, it's not PTSD. What is it called, you guys? When women give birth, they experience depression and things like that. I forget what it's called. I'm having such a blank moment. Y'all know what help me out in the chat. But let me continue. All of these things would have to be met. And then I would also need my kids to have trust funds. And I would also need my own allowance and my own home, my own vehicle. If all of these things can be met, postpartum, I'm sorry, you guys, I would get postpartum care. If all of these things can be met, then yeah, I would agree to this relationship style. I would. But if those things cannot be met, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you. My retirement, all of that. My parents' retirement, my kids are good. They have their trust funds. They're getting the best schooling. They're getting the best food. They're good. And if they need any assistance, like they need, I don't know, therapy or anything like that, their special needs or anything like that, that is all paid for and covered. And I'm not lifting a finger. That is the only way I would ever agree to a polyamorous relationship or marriage, because at that point, it would benefit women. It would. So these women, they are being bamboozled by this relationship. They're not really benefiting from this relationship. They got to help this man build. They got to help this man build. And it's like, why are you helping this man build his quote unquote empire? This man can't stop talking about generational wealth. And he's using two Barber the Builders to do it. So, and then another thing that's just a mess for me is that this relationship, it is all based on potential. So all of these promises that he's making them, I'm going to get you generational wealth. I'm going to be able to retire both your moms, and we're going to live this lavish lifestyle and things like that. It's all off of potential. It's all off of what this man is telling them. If you were to get in a polygamy style relationship, that man already needs to have it stabled and established when it comes to bringing you on to this program that he has these women on currently. It just doesn't make sense. When he brought those women in, he should have already had his stuff together, his empire built. He should have just been looking for his wives that he could take care of and the children potentially that he could create. But that's it.
So who does the cooking and cleaning in your relationship?
So I would say we do a lot of meal prep.
Mm-hmm.
And when we cook. So yeah.
Where's my cat? Shanice does most of the cooking. Olivia likes to cook as well, but like as far as the deep cooking is mostly Shanice. But everybody cleans, and by everybody I mean both of them. I can't even spell.
So Shanice is the mother of the home, and Olivia is the fun girl of the home. Now, we talked about this. We talked about how men put women in two categories, wifey and fun girl. Olivia is there for fun. She's young. She's there for fun. Shanice seems to be a little more laid back. She seems to like to keep a home. She's more of the wifey type. And so he takes advantage of her. So Shanice is the maid. She is the cook. She is also the driver. She's also the nurturer, the nurse. So if he falls sick, I'm sure she's the one nursing him back to good health. She is the one that pretty much does all of the work. And she even does his laundry. They don't trade off on that, which I think is interesting as well. So it don't make sense why Shanice is in this relationship when she's overextending, overgiving, and giving entirely too much. Olivia, like I said, I feel like she's on the side that's a little winning in my opinion. Not too much, but just a little bit, because she's not expected to do much. Shanice is expected to do a lot. And he uses her for that. And I'm pretty sure it goes into that she's the motherly type as well. Like she's the type that will nurture you and do all of that, which is great, but not when your needs as a woman is not being taken care of. So I don't know. I just feel like Shanice is the mule in this relationship, and Olivia is the girl that just seems to just do whatever she want to do what she need to do for herself, and that's it. Which I think that's crazy.
I see. Okay. So who does most of like the cleaning and stuff?
There's not really that much to clean, just besides the dishes. What would you say then? I would say Shanice. Shanice, would you say? Yeah.
What about your guys' laundry? Like, do you guys split it, or do one of them do it?
Shanice typically takes care of the laundry, and then Olivia does.
She does Olivia's laundry too?
Olivia does her own laundry.
Oh, okay. So Shanice does your laundry, but Olivia does her own?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shanice, do you think that's fair? That you get to do his laundry and she doesn't?
Well, this is what I've been doing, and regardless if Olivia was here or not, I would be doing it because that's what I want to do. Yeah,
So
I want my man to be
Shanice
taken care of.
7.
Y'all heard her. She said she want her man to be taken care of. I told y'all she's not leaving this relationship. She said she would be doing it if Olivia was there or not. That's her man. She gonna make sure she's taking care of her man.
7 other women. When he gets those 7 other women, are you still going to be cooking and cleaning for him and doing his laundry?
Or I'll be doing whatever I can to provide for my man. Now, if 5 other
Can I add?
I will do whatever I need to do to provide for my man. Whatever. Girl, this is a mess. And I told you guys, cooking, cleaning, doing that man's laundry, even having sex with that man. Because men don't understand. Like sometimes women be giving you petty or not petty. They be giving you sympathy pee. Like we be feeling bad for you. We trying to make you smile, make you feel better. Maybe you had a bad day at work or whatever like that. That helps a man build, you guys. That does. That cooking and cleaning and doing all that around the house and stuff like that, that helps a man build. He's able to build outside the home because of how well you take care of him inside the home. So if you're doing all of that and you're not legally married, that's crazy. That's crazy because to make it a full business, you need to have that name on that marriage license. All that cooking and cleaning and stuff that you're doing and you're not in a marriage, it's a business contract. That's what a marriage license is to me, is a business contract. A prenup is insurance. You need that paperwork, period. All that cooking and cleaning is just going to waste. That's why I don't believe in shacking up. If you're doing all that cooking and cleaning and you're not married, you not a business partner. You're not. You're just a roommate. You're not a business partner at all. So you need that contract. That contract is a business contract. That's all it is. I'm not here to sell you this dream like, oh my God, you need to get married because, like, girl, no, you need to get married because this man really got you messed up cooking and cleaning day in and day out, week after week, month after month, 365 days out of the year, and he ain't cutting you no check. So you need to be on that marriage license. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what you need to be on. Otherwise, girl, all that labor that you're doing, that's crazy. It goes unnoticed. Y'all know how it is in the home. It goes unnoticed when you cook and clean and do all that. They start to feel entitled, and it's an expectation and all of this other stuff. Make sure you got that ring and that license, sis. You deserve that much.
I'm waiting for the people to say everything is so fake. This place actually comes with maid service. They will pick up. They will do grocery stores. They would do dry cleaning. They would do all of that. But she chooses to do that for me because she genuinely cares about me. And plus, is very.
No, she's just a people pleaser, and she feels like if she is doing more than Olivia, which you have these girls competing with one another, and you use colorism to pin them against each other. So Shanice feels like if she keeps up doing all the muling in the house, that you will come to her the most. That's it. That is it. That is all.
Very intricate when the way she goes. She doesn't have to do that. We could literally never wash dishes if we did not like want to. and they would do all of that stuff for us. We have this thing called Hey Alpha, and they literally take care of that stuff in our building for us.
So they have.
When you guys live in luxury places, you know it. You live in Orange County, so you know what I mean. Like people in the nice apartment complexes, they have valet, they have all that. Now we don't have the valet, but
No, I mean in nice apartment complexes, you don't have like cleaning service. I mean, you can get it online. Yeah, you can, but they don't have it at the apartment complex where they come and clean your stuff.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you because ours does. So.
Oh, yours does? Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's nice. Where do you guys live?
San Diego, right by Petco Park.
I see. Damn, I need to move into an apartment complex that does my cleaning then. Where'd you guys find yours that does his cleaning?
Like all the new ones do that. It's called Hey Alfred. They like all do it.
Okay. Also, I wanted to ask, so do you pay for like their shopping and all their expenses, or like do they pay for their own stuff? Like how do you support them financially?
A combination of like both. To be honest with you, like we don't really like shop a lot, to be completely transparent. Like we're laser focused right now on getting our passive income up, and by
it's giving broke. Oh, we really don't spend a lot. What that got to do with them? That sounds like a you problem. You the provider, so you're not providing for them. You're not keeping up with their beauty maintenance and things like that. That's crazy. That is insane. It's giving broke. It's giving I can't cash that check. That's what it's giving. That's crazy to me. Like the fact that there are women in this situation in today's society, when you really could go out here and do it all by yourself without all the drama and the nonsense, it's insane. We're talking about two very smart young women, but when it comes to men, they are dumb as hell. I gotta keep it real with you. What is wrong with women being highly intelligent but dumb as hell when it comes to men? I don't get that part. It has to be insecurities, low self-esteem, the pressure of society, men getting in your head and they're triggering your insecurities and you allowing that to happen when you can literally just block them the hell out and just stop listening to the foolishness. It has to be. I'm like, how? I just, it doesn't make sense. Shanice seems like she has a very good head on her shoulders for the most part. Olivia is a very smart girl as far as she was able to start a business very young. So I'll give it to them. But when it comes to men, I don't know. Some ain't right up there. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they didn't get enough hugs growing up. They felt abandoned. I have no idea because it does not make sense. It doesn't. They seem very professional as well. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Passive income, I mean like acquiring assets. So to be honest with you, I don't really want to buy anything out of earned income. I want to buy stuff out of passive income.
All right, I'm not asking about if you want to buy stuff out of passive income. I want to know how are you supporting them financially? Like, do they have your credit card? Do they have access to your credit card? Like when you go out to eat, who pays? Do they pay for themselves or you pay?
I would never allow like no disrespect, but I would never allow any of my women to ever pay a bill.
Okay.
He said no disrespect because one of the girls be paying y'all. He said no disrespect because most likely Shanice be pulling out that credit card, that debit card. She be pulling out her wallet. She be pulling out her purse. And that's why he looked towards her because he know that that's what she be doing. She be pulling out her credit card. She be pulling out her debit card. And that's why he looked at her and said, no disrespect. You know, I don't like liars. I don't like people that try to bullshit me because it's the type of stuff that I be picking up on. Let's rewind it. He's going to look at her and say, no disrespect.
Okay. Also, I wanted to ask, so do you pay for like their shopping and all their expenses, or like do they pay for their own stuff? Like how do you support them financially?
A combination of like both. To be honest with you, like we don't really like shop a lot, to be completely transparent. Like we're laser focused right now on getting our passive income up, and by passive income I mean like acquiring assets. So to be honest with you, I don't really want to buy anything out of earned income. I want to buy stuff out of passive income.
All right, I'm not asking about if you want to buy stuff out of passive income. want to know.
I'm literally answering your
How are
question.
you supporting them financially? Like, do they have your credit card? Do they have access to your credit card? Like, when you go out to eat, who pays? Do they pay for themselves or you pay?
I would never allow, like, no disrespect, but I would never allow any of my women to ever pay a bill.
Okay. So when Olivia or Shanice gets their nails done, do you pay for that or do they pay for themselves?
Most of the time I pay for it, but if I forget,
Most of the time, not all the time.
if I forget, it's like something that's not on my mind. Could I be better at that? Absolutely. But like, there's times where, hey, maybe I didn't know.
Okay,
that she was
personally,
getting her
me,
nails done, and
if
that was
I
it.
was in a polygamous relationship, I would want them to get my nails done, my hair. I expect them to be paid. In a polygamous in a relationship like yours, like I would expect the man to pay for literally everything.
And I agree with that. I don't disagree with that. I could do a much better job, but to be completely honest, I'd be.
I don't think that's fair for them.
Hold on,
Listen.
I'm literally agreeing with you. I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I'm literally agreeing with you. However, I would just say this: like the things that I be laser focused on, I have more important things to worry about than 100.
Oh, someone.
Also, if he doesn't act, he just sends us. We basically just give him an invoice.
Okay. I mean, yeah. If you do that, then that's good.
Like he wants to take care of those things. He wants to provide.
Yeah, that's good.
He wants, but can't cash that check. He wants to. And that, see, this is the thing about Shanice that kills me when it comes to some of y'all that be tuning in. Y'all need to call a spade a spade. Okay? You need to go ahead and call a spade a spade. Shanice is a mammy. And y'all know I don't use that term on my page. She is what a mammy is. She comes in, she saves the day. She vouches for him when he gets mad, uncomfortable, or upset. Like, y'all just need to call it what it is. Y'all need to call a spade what it is, you guys, because she sat up there and just straight up lied. And she's like, he wants to do those things, but he's not doing it though. So you're going to enable his behavior by lying about it? And y'all know how it was back in the day. Black women used to save face. They used to slide the card under the table to help that brother pay the bill because she wasn't trying to make him feel embarrassed about it. Like, let's be real about it. We're not doing that in 2023. We're not doing that because you want to know why? All those women that used to slide those cards underneath the table got burned. So we're not doing that. We're not. We are not doing that. So he can't cash the check. Got it.
So do you guys get an allowance or anything? Does he give you like a monthly, weekly, bi-weekly allowance?
This is how it's going to go. That's why we're building our empire. Because you got to remember, we're 6 months in. And this is why I was talking about the passive income. Guys, don't buy liabilities out of earned income. Take all your money, every penny that you have. Dude, you should not. If you got $50,000 in the bank, you're doing something wrong. If you got $100,000 in the bank.
He can never answer a direct question.
You're doing something wrong. You got to take your money and put it into a vehicle that's going to give you a flow every month.
So, are you giving them an allowance or not?
Hold on. We take every single penny. We take every single penny that we make and put it into deals that are going to be paying us. Hey, $5,000 from here. Hey, $1,200 from here. Hey, $6,000 from here. Our goal is to make $50,000 a month cash flow from our assets. That's the name of the game. Is to get so rich that your assets pay for your lifestyle. That is the name of that is our goal right now. That is all we care about. That's all we focus on.
Okay. So
when you hear him talk about finances, he keeps saying we. Winnie, you caught that too? He keeps saying we. What? When you're in a polyamorous style relationship, there ain't no we when it comes to finances. It's only we when it comes to this relationship. But when it comes to them finances, I'm sorry, we ain't in that. That ain't my business. I just need to make sure everything's in my name and you're paying these bills. That's all I care about. I need your credit card, sir. Thanks.
I didn't really understand your answer. Was that a yes or no?
Yes, they will get it. Yes, they will get it. All of that. They will get whatever they want. It has to
so
be.
They don't get it right now. So what benefit do they see in being in this relationship if they don't get anything financial?
Like what? Like what? What don't they get?
Like what? You're not like giving them an allowance every week or every month. Like if I was to be in a polygamous or polygynous relationship, I would expect the man to like give me an allowance Because if you're gonna be with another woman besides me, like I'm gonna expect you to give me an allowance.
Okay. Well, do you want an allowance or do you want financial freedom so that even
I
if
want
we
both.
break up, hold on, so
Both.
that even if we break up, you
Both.
are good the rest of your life. Which one would you
Yeah,
rather
so
have?
that's
Which
what
one
I'm
would
saying.
you rather?
How
Hold
come
on,
they
hold on,
don't
hold
get
on.
an allowance
Let
for me?
me
Because if
let
you
me
do break up, they don't.
This is how he manipulates Olivia and Shanice. He's saying, which would you rather have? Which would you rather have? This is how he manipulates them.
Have like
Let me
what
ask you
are
a
they in this
question real quick.
relationship for? You know?
Let me ask you a question. Which
Okay.
one would you rather
Go
have?
ahead.
10,000 a month while you're with a guy, or you guys legit skip out on that 10,000 a month for maybe like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months, and then now you have assets that pay you $10,000 to $15,000 a month the rest of your life. Which one would you rather have?
Okay, let me ask you this.
No, I'm asking you.
Buy
A
a
or B.
house?
Which one would you rather have?
I would rather want both. I want both.
Okay,
That's
but
what
which
I'd
one would
rather
you rather have? I like that
Both.
answer, by the way. I like the
Both.
both answer, by the way.
Yes,
Which one
both.
would you rather have? If you had to pick one.
Both.
If you had to pick
An
one.
allowance. I would pick an
So you would
allowance.
rather.
So these girls don't have an allowance, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have an allowance because he has convinced them that because this relationship is going to be long term, that they are going to have to bank on potential. So he's telling them, oh, no allowance for your hair and your makeup. By the way, they still have to stay done. They still have to keep themselves up, right? Because they have to come across attractive to him still. And that is one of his requirements, right? But also, he doesn't give them an allowance for them to do their beauty maintenance. That's crazy. How can men require you to have your hair, your nails, and your toes done and make sure you're waxed and all of this stuff if you not footing that bill? That's crazy. This is why men don't need multiple women in a relationship. They can't handle one woman. What makes them think they can handle multiple? It does not make sense to me. If you're in a transactional relationship with a man, listen, your beauty maintenance, that's bare minimum. If you're going to be in a transactional relationship where it's just sex, it's just this, it's not commitment, it's a non-traditional relationship, you need to be writing down what you want from this relationship. Your necessities should be covered. Your wants should be a bargain. But your necessities should be covered. I'm sorry. That's crazy to me.
Take the allowance rather than something that's going to take for life.
Yes, I would. Okay, another question. If you buy a house, is it like when you guys buy a house in your relationship, whose name is the house going to be under, or any of your assets? Whose name is it going to be under?
So it's going to be in entities. Rich people don't put their name on stuff. They literally have.
Okay, you said you were going to put it in a trust. Are they going to be the beneficiaries of your trust or no?
Do you know how trust works?
Yeah, somewhat. I do.
All right, so explain to me how it works. Explain to me the difference between us being a grantor versus not being a grantor. Explain to me the dynamic and exactly how.
I can't really tell off the top.
All right, well, how do you minimize the risk? How do you minimize the risk and prevent somebody from coming to take everything that you have? How would you set that trust up?
I don't know.
All right. So with that being said, you have to go and actually look that up. So again, the trust will hold a corp, and the corp will have LLCs, and the LLC will own the house. So when people look up that house, oh wow, I can't find out who the owner is. It prevents
why would you put the
from being?
Oh my god!
From people being able to take everything that you have, because that's what people like to do nowadays.
Okay. So are they going to be the beneficiary, or are they going to are they going to be on that shit? Sorry.
We're going to set up. We're going to set up our trust the same way the Rockefeller set theirs up, where half of our money goes to
that. Ladies, that's dumb. If you're not married to this man, that trust needs to be in your name. No LLCs, none of that, none of that, none of that, none of that. This man ain't no Rockefeller, nothing. That trust needs to be in your name. I can't stand when girls be getting into these relationships, ain't nothing in their name. That don't make no sense. And I would only put assets in your name. An auto loan, that's not an asset. A leased vehicle, that's not an asset. A purchased vehicle is an asset. A purchased home is an asset, not a mortgage. Come on. A truly an asset. Land, that's an asset. It shouldn't be costing you money. If the relationship ends, you shouldn't have to be paying no bills unless it's taxes, utilities, and that's it. And then the maintenance on your car. If it's not set up like that, ooh, girl, that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. If you're in a transactional relationship, it needs to be in your name and it should be paid off. If you're going to get a trust, it needs to be put in your name, not his business. Because the only way you would be able to get access to that trust is if you were married. You're not married to this man. This don't make no sense. Straight up scammer, you guys. Con artist. I don't get how people don't see it. He done been called out by 2 people. He talks in circles. So
the kids, and then the other half, that generation can't even touch it until they literally.
Like, you know, if you get married and you get a divorce, you can get, like, you know, half of what the man has. So when they divorce,
and that's what you think about. Is that really what you? Is that
are
really
they gonna get half of what you have?
Right. Is that really what you think about? Like, who thinks about getting a divorce and taking half? Is that really what you think about?
I do. Every woman should, because it's a possibility.
So you think that
You
that's?
have to think about
I
it
thought.
differently.
So you don't think women should try to build like their own stuff? You think they should just?
They should, but they should also protect themselves. Like, you
protect
gotta
themselves from what? We're building together. What are they protecting themselves from?
When if they decide to leave you, are they like, how are they? I don't know.
Bro,
Are they going to be compensated? You know?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said that sounds like.
Please be careful.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything insulting.
Just be careful.
I was just saying in regards to like taking from your partner just because you are divorced, it sounds like vengeance. Does that make sense? Instead of
See, I told you guys, when it comes to Shanice, ladies, when it comes to a relationship, it's a give and take. Okay? You give, you also receive. It's not just you give, and that's it. No, you give and you also receive. That energy has to be reciprocated. Why? So you can stay afloat. So you're not out here pouring from an empty cup. If you're overextending because you're people pleasing in hopes that you win this man over, you giving too much and you getting little in return. That's not fair to you. You deserve better than that. But you got to see it that way. You got to see it that way. That good girl where you think you doing all of these nice things out the kindness of your heart, right? Because you're not a selfish person. You're just not. You like cooking, cleaning, because you have love for this person, right? But does that person have love for you? Is he giving you that love back in return? Is he reciprocating the energy that you give? Because if Shanice is in the house cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, making sure that this man is well taken care of, she should have an allowance. So she should be receiving. But she's in a relationship with a taker. I see a lot of givers in relationships with a taker. And that's what I'm saying. Sean would definitely replace Olivia before he replaced Shanice. And it's because he can get more from her. That's why she is his favorite. This is a mess.
Because like
so it's interesting to see the way people think, like the sense of it, like, oh bro, I'm leaving you, I'm taking half of everything you got. Like,
of course,
I don't know how much longer that's gonna be around. I have a feeling that's gonna be really quick.
No, if a woman gets a divorce, she should take.
I don't think this. Listen, this right here is exactly why men are afraid to actually make commitments. As a guy that failed at that, I'm telling you that it's very, 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 very scary. I got very lucky. I failed at a marriage. I failed at that.
So you've been divorced, or what?
I failed at that before. Yes, I have, and I'm
telling you that. Divorced.
I am literally telling you. I'm literally telling you guys now. Like, that is very scary, and that's the number one reason why guys don't commit. Because
but if you were really
the fact that people sit up here,
you would not care if she took half, because if
that's the case, why do you?
You guys, you would think that Shanice didn't cook and clean. These men be worried about money because they don't have it. They don't have it. One thing that I have learned about men who have it and you're the type of woman that takes care of him in return, they have no problem paying for things because they do for you just as you do for them. But when men don't have it, that's when they get upset. That's when they come up with all of these excuses as to why they can't do X, Y, and Z when it comes to providing. But they want to be called kings. They want to be treated as such, but they don't carry themselves that way. And you see how he's getting upset? He's getting very upset because this woman is asking him questions that he can't directly answer.
If you really love him, you wouldn't care about that. If you really love him, you wouldn't care about that. Like, who goes into a relationship?
So listen, you're gonna have 7 different women, right? And like, which one are you gonna marry? How? Like,
all of them.
It literally makes no sense. Like,
all of them.
You're gonna marry all of them? It's not legal in the United States of America.
Well, it is if you don't involve it is if you don't involve the government.
Listen. Yeah, it is if you don't involve the government, but so you don't want to involve the government in your marriages?
Why would I do that?
Why would you not?
No, I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay. So, I don't know. This relationship makes no sense to me, to be honest.
Well, we have different points. And now 50, I don't think that law's going to be around much longer.
Right.
Our families are going to dissipate because
Do you guys all 3 have a joint bank account together?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And they have access, like, do they have like a debit card, credit card? What do they have? How do they have access to it?
They have both.
They have both. Okay. And who pays for the rent of your apartment that you're living in?
It's a penthouse, and I pay the rent.
Yeah, in your penthouse. Who's paying the rent?
Me.
You are? Okay. And you're taking care of all the bills?
What bills? The gas and the electric? We don't watch TV. I don't have cable.
You guys, it's giving broke. Who is believing this? I'm sorry. Like, who in their right mind is believing this? That sounds like a person that don't pay bills talking about what bills. That's the first thing that comes out. Because when somebody mentioned bills, I'm thinking, ooh, okay. I gotta pay my internet bill. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my car insurance. He don't have a car. He just confirmed that because he talking about what bills. Oh my God, this is a mess. And then as a business owner, you have expenses. The hell? You guys, I don't know how many business expenses I have. And they're like little fees, like for my website. I have to pay a monthly fee for that. He talking about what bills? Tells me everything that I need to know. Everything. You got to pay taxes. Come on. This is a mess. This is a mess. Talking about what bills. What do you mean, what bills?
Like what, the Wi-Fi bill? I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like, I barely pay attention to my rent. It's like not even that much money. Like, there's not...
if your rent isn't that much money, then why don't you get each one of the girls their own place? Okay, I want to ask Olivia and
Shanice. So let me ask you a question. Shanice, if you had your own place, where would you be every night?
Here.
Olivia, do you want your own place for her to be here in my bed every night? Make that make sense?
Okay. Okay, I wanted to ask Olivia a question. You said you're Muslim, right?
Yes, I grew up with a Muslim mom.
Okay, well, I'm Muslim as well.
She wasn't finished talking.
To ask you something.
She wasn't finished talking.
Okay, go ahead.
I am more spiritual, but I do follow some of the Muslim practices because I just find it very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, way to connect to God.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about Sean wanting 7 other women when in Islam only 4 wives is allowed? Like, you can have 4 wives in Islam. It is allowed, but he wants 7. So how do you feel about that?
Like I said, I'm spiritual, but I still follow some of the Muslim practices, Islamic practices, because it brings me peace and it brings me a connection to God.
So if it brings you peace, why don't you practice all of it and not some part of it?
You practice all of Islam. Are you like
not all of it, but I am Muslim. I'm not going to call myself spiritual.
Then why are you telling me to follow all of Islam when you haven't even done it yourself?
What?
Well, I follow not all of it. Like, I don't know. But I'm not telling you to wear a hijab. I'm just saying, why are you calling yourself spiritual when you can call yourself a Muslim? Like,
But what do you call yourself?
I am Muslim.
All right, so
I'm not gonna be like, I follow some parts, this and that. I'm
all right,
spiritual.
so
No.
she follows some parts the same way you follow some parts. You got up here, you've been using profanity, you've been saying a lot of the things that you're not supposed to be saying. So like, come on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, did you come from a polygamous family, Olivia?
No.
Did you?
No. No, I did not. Nobody in my family, like nobody. In our culture, like that's kind of frowned upon, being a polygamous. So.
You're in what culture? Islam?
I'm from Uzbekistan. In our culture, I'm not born. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like America. Yep.
Yeah, just like America.
Yep. Understand that.
Well,
do you guys all sleep in the same bed?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So how do you guys feel about that, Olivia and Shanice? Like sleeping in the same bed?
It feels amazing.
With the other women.
It feels warm. Exactly. We
Feels
get cold
warm?
pretty easily. It feels warm. Yeah, vegans get
So
cold
do you
pretty
guys
easily.
do stuff sexually together, all three of you too, since you sleep in the same bed?
Listen, man, you gotta use your imagination on that. We're not here to talk about what goes on in our bedroom. Use your imagination.
Right. And please follow TikTok's community guidelines.
So with like the jealousy, or in the beginning of your relationship, I'm sure you guys were jealous, you know, like when he showed one of you affection more than the other. How did you deal with that? Like, how come you don't want to go and punch the other girl in the face? If that was me,
Yo. Respect the TikTok's guidelines, you guys. It's 7 hours here. We don't want
Exactly.
I understand,
We're
but
not violent.
okay, okay, you guys are not violent, but in your head,
Listen,
you're
listen, check this out. There is no but. Respect TikTok's rules, okay?
I am respecting TikTok
All right,
rules.
so
I'm not
that's it.
saying anything.
That's it. Go ahead. Answer the question.
Okay, so it took adjusting, but there's never like anything like I would wish bad on her or anything. Like we're just not that type of people, and honestly, I don't think he would want to be with that type of person either.
I wouldn't even allow that.
And he wouldn't even allow that, period, and I know that. So, was it adjusting?
How can I sit up here and call myself a king if I'm not going to allow my family to be treated with respect? Somebody's got to treat. You're going to have to treat my queen like a queen.
so that's the end of it, you guys. That's it. That's their relationship. That is it. That's their relationship. That's all I got. It really looks like they make money off of the content that they post, their lives. So the more you tune in, they gonna keep racking in them coins. Also, I was under Paris Milan's video, and I didn't include this in this, but if you want to go look, go give her the watch time or even the view count. But Sean is being accused of doing weird things to women when he was in the Navy. So if you go to Paris Milan's YouTube channel, you click on the video that she did, the first video that she did, you will see that in the comment section, or it may be in the second or first video that she did. It's in the comment section. So you'll see girls coming out. There are victims out here where he has done weird things to them in the Navy. I'm not going to get into what those things are. And what else? Another thing that I think Sean tends to weaponize, and this is why I tell you guys, like, you know, don't be opening up to people that you don't know. They've only been in this relationship for 8 months. And I think Sean weaponizes the fact that Olivia came from a single parent household and Shanice admitted that she grew up poor. So he's selling them this dream, most likely because they don't really come from much. I think that's pretty sick, by the way. What else? Oh, the last thing that I want to add is this relationship is just built on potential. It's all about potentially creating generational wealth, and in hopes that Sean, Shanice, and Olivia will retire their parents. So, or their mothers, I guess. So I don't know. But yes, he's a dream seller. That is what a con artist is. A pimp will also sell you a dream. So you got to be careful out here in these streets. That's all that I have regarding this video. Can you please give the video a thumbs up? If you love me and you love the fact that I put in all of this work and research, please give this video a thumbs up because it took me a week. I will greatly appreciate it. There were some other lives that I watched, but I didn't feel like it was really necessary to put the lives of like Shanika Adams and some other content creators that I really liked in this video because we're all saying the same thing. So listen, if they want to leave this relationship, they will. If they don't, they don't. And you have to remember that these women are grown. So if they want to stay in these relationships or this relationship, let them stay. But I'm telling you now, if you don't want this man to be supported, stop watching, stop tuning in. You guys are making his ego bigger. He doesn't care that he gets negative backlash. He has 2 women to nurture him through those negative comments. But he's also getting the attention that he wants, and he's getting the money that he wants. And these women don't seem to see a dime of that. So if you really want to not support Sean because you feel like he's abusive, you feel like he's financially abusive, whatever the case may be, stop watching. That is all I got for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending 3 hours with me. I feel special. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Bye, ladies.